At last.
The king's back and the throne's mine. The future's here and it's my time. Straight shot, going for the head with it. Take his head off and say that I did it. Good riddance. Say hi to the bad guy, I'm back in business. If you took what's mine, I'm back to get it. There's nothing you can do, I'm back with vengeance. Now turn me loose. Now turn me loose.
At last.
The king's back and the throne's mine. The future's here and it's my time. Straight shot, going for the head with it. Take his head off and say that I did it. Good riddance. Say hi to the bad guy, I'm back in business. If you took what's mine, I'm back to get it. There's nothing you can do, I'm back with vengeance. Now turn me loose. Now turn me loose.
At last.
The king's back and the throne's mine. The future's here and it's my time. Straight shot, going for the head with it. Take his head off and say that I did it. Good riddance. Say hi to the bad guy, I'm back in business. If you took what's mine, I'm back to get it. There's nothing you can do, I'm back with vengeance. Now turn me loose. Now turn me loose.
Ooh, hey, what's going on, guys? Angels represent for the Grey Pill Podcast. I was sorry for the repeat of the intro. I was playing around with the mic, so I want to make sure everything's good with the mic. Let me know. I appreciate that. So if you are new, definitely hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the all bell notification coming on in. And also hit the all bell notification because it helps out your best favorite content creators out there. If it's not me, it might be somebody else because YouTube will unexpectedly just unsubscribe you from a content creator. So I don't want you ever thinking it's them. It is the system. Shout out to the Matrix. All right. So last time we did a live where I was doing a reaction to the incident that happened with content creators by the name of Fresh and Fit, by the name of Myron and Walter Weeks, where they got demonetized. Pretty much Chris' reaction, had some guys come up, give their opinions on the matter. Some was pandering a little bit harder than the others. Somebody, others were saying, hey, they, in the trenches with them. They had all the answers to everything we brought up to Fresh and Fit. But moving forward, there was some other stuff that came up about Fresh and Fit where, there's other content creators that, hey, we've been in it too. We've been a little bit longer than you. We've been more successful than you. You have attacked our channels. You have pretty much everything like I said before. A lot of hypocrisies, right? So we can't sit there and throw stones and hide them at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. Throw stones with one hand and hide them with the other. What's that other one? You spite your nose to bite your face, something like that. But yeah. Anywho, so here we go. I want to get straight into it, give like a little bit more breakdown and an open conversation for the demonetization parts and reasons why, which a lot of us already really know why, but it's a conversation nevertheless. That is the wrong one. I want to make sure I have everything lined up for the conversation. So again, appreciate you guys. Is that it? That it? That's not it. Okay, that's it. Alrighty. So if anybody knows this gentleman right here, it goes by the name of Alex Playing with Fire. Did it go up for me? Okay. Even better. So anybody that knows this gentleman, he goes by the name of Alex Playing with Fire. In the past history, when Myra from Fresh and Fit was pretty much, not want to say a nobody, but I guess a nobody on the YouTube spectrum. Myra's actually was a mod for Alex Playing with Fire. And when doing so, it was like a little heated argument. You know, you have some mods out there like want to be, feeling a little bit privileged. Something where Alex or somebody made a joke. Myra got a little bit upset. So at this point, during this time that I'm speaking of now, Myra lived like 5-10 minutes away from Alex, confronted Alex about being a mod and some comments that he made toward him. Yeah, but I just to give her an indicator of Myra's personality from Fresh Fit. And speaking of the guy at the bottom left, so he's also a big content creator that used to live down from Myron, knows him pretty well, even though other people on that was a guest on here say, hey, I know him too, but this guy actually know him just as well as the other. And he has some stuff to say about the reaction of them, their video saying, hey, about them emergency meetings of being demonetized. And then we're going to carry on with the rest of it. So I kind of want to pinpoint, I'm not going to play all of it. I want to pinpoint, a timestamp a few of the key conversations of logical responses that he made for this, which I thought was very transparent.
Like 14th, internal affairs. Hey, we need you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Right. And I'm working at the government, sitting at my desk, writing up a report. And I see this email. And this is 2020 November. And I, I go,
who could have? Now this is Myron explaining where, hey, before I decided to go full on in on YouTube, hey, I was doing YouTube. My job called up to me in the office and gave me an option to, hey, I need to either choose one or the other, either let YouTube go or I should need to go and stay full time at his. I think he said he was doing Homeland Security, which pretty much you could just look it up. Anybody that's worked for Homeland Security, you're making like over 170K to start. That's around about 14,000 a month. So he chose YouTube over that. But go figure.
I thought that if you're a government agent, that the government would not take too kindly to you making videos calling girls a bunch of ratchet hoes and kicking them out. Like, who could have seen that the FBI would not be like too fond of that, or whatever he works for, Department of Homeland Security, DHS? Like, who could have expected that? Was that really a big surprise?
I let my supervisor know, hey.
And that's a good one too, because I never understood that. Like, if you are a government agent, or if you're working for the FBI, if you're working for any federal and you're doing something like that, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. Like you got to kind of have that mindset, like, hey, where do I need to go from here? Because I'm pretty much saying some stuff that maybe, heck, we even say it on Facebook, right? When people on Facebook, the Facebook jail, you say some stuff, it's not your platform, but allegedly they say freedom of speech. But if you say some certain things that's pretty much harmful, disrespectful, and on Facebook, you're in the Facebook jail, or you get the warnings, or you get the timeouts, or you get like some kind of penalties. You might be in Facebook jail for 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, or just completely take you off. So that's pretty much what the whole thing I was addressing last time, which is pretty much going to be an echo chamber now. Like, which it's kind of weird. I don't think people understand that. If you're YouTube, especially if you're monetized, being on YouTube is a privilege. That's number one. When you get demonetized, you get hired with the partnership program, and then from there's rules and regulations. Even though there's already rules and regulations from the beginning, but understand there's rules and regulations from the beginning moving forward. and then some. Like you can't say certain things, you can't do certain things, just like any other job. So it's kind of contradictory if you say, hey, freedom of speech, but yet you're under somebody's umbrella in somebody's house, and you're just doing the most. Shout out to Just Jay, appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, I gotta go up to the internal affairs office, right? Because it's not the same building as us. And I go over there and they take my phone, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? And then they're like, they didn't want to tell me, but they're like, hey, we're part of an internal investigation.
The system I have. So every time this guy gets me a girl for a speed date, I give him like whatever, I think 40 or 50 bucks, right? They probably have some of a similar system, so they just need more affiliate time. It does not take a lot of money.
And that eats on all that stuff. And Fresh was like, no, I don't. Anything that matters is the pod. Like, I don't care about me looking good and being flashy and all that stuff. And Fresh was like, no, I don't care about it either. Like, he gave up all his cars pretty much, watches, all that stuff, because we're like, bro, we need to be all in with the podcast. We need to invest in the podcast, and we invested more in recruiting, getting Chris the resources he needs, because we have like a whole operation where like getting girls on the show. Guys, it's extremely difficult. How many people have you seen try to do what we do? We're bringing girls on and absolutely fail and quit. We've been doing it consistently for 3 years, guys, and that eats up so much money, so much time, so much resources. But we said, you know what? We're going to continue to invest in it because you guys want the content.
It does take up a lot of time. It does not take a lot of money unless they're paying girls, which I think they've said in the past they don't do. If you're not paying girls, it is time consuming. I have an assistant who recruits girls for me, and if they're running much higher volumes, then I need 5 or 6 people who are working on affiliate, right? That's kind of the system I have. So every time this guy gets me a girl for a speed date, I give him like whatever, I think 40 or 50 bucks, right? They probably have somewhat of a similar system, so they just need more affiliates. But it doesn't take up a lot of money, that's for sure. Unless, again, you're paying each girl to come on the show. Even if that's the case, when you're paying them $100 per girl, something like that, there's 8 girls, $800. You're making like fucking $5,000 at least per episode. So yeah, like you're still well above water.
Content.
Exactly, and I'm doing it for free. Everything, editing the videos, the thumbnails. Just had a conversation with somebody in Discord about the timestamps. I did that for a hot minute, and I was like, it's very time consuming. So, but anything outside of just me, I'm coming out of pocket. That's just how it goes. But if he's making this much amount of money, which you see it all the time, you can just click on their previous videos. The ones that wasn't demonetized, you can see a whole bunch of super chats, $500, comments being made, whether it's negative or positive, between $100 to $500 super chats, 20, 40s, 50s, even their views like over 100 something thousand. So that pretty much comes in every month. So whatever they get from the cash apps, from the super chats and the revenue itself every month. So you're pretty much you're caking easily. Got to be like an easy $10,000 a day. So times that per, what they do, like 3 shows a day, then plus guests, a week, times that by 4, you have enough to spare. And then especially if it's mainly was these 3. So if he's the guy in the back doing all the this checking on the system, anything else, that's a one-man job. He don't need a team for that. He always does it himself. Everybody says it. We sees it. Then you have Fresh. According to Fresh, he said, hey, I'm the network guy. I don't want to be out in the streets. He doesn't need a team for that, because you see him on his phone. He's out, according to him, he's out always outside, whatever. He doesn't have a team. Then you have the other guy, Chris, that's, they consider him the producer. He probably might be the only one that has a quote unquote team, but really a team is pretty much he's just navigating everybody just to do one job that he was previously doing for the first, I think, like year or so. So it's not really coming out of his pockets, except for you're doing what Alex said, like, hey, these people's on commission. I pay them a certain amount of fee to bring a certain amount of girls come in, and a certain amount of girls come in, boom, then I pay them from that. It's like a barber. If anybody have been a barber or know a barber, they automatically pay for the chair. They pay for the seat that they're there, right? So like when they get in there, they're okay. I'm paying $45 or $50 per day from the hours I've been there, because that's my chair. From there, how many heads I cut, I'm making up the money back to me. After that, I'm making up my own money. So it's pretty much similar to that.
We're not going to quit. We're going to keep giving you guys what you guys wanted from the beginning.
And especially with our reputation, guys, it is not easy
Yeah.
getting guests for the show or girls, just so you know.
Yeah.
It looks easy because we do it every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's
That is true. I do agree with them. It's not easy getting girls because girls can be very unreliable. Although I would say with their level of clout, it probably gets a little easier. But yeah, I will say that is true. It just has nothing to do with the argument at hand.
not easy for Chris.
$200 a month. Rumble, $5 a month. Just
This is what I was trying to get to.
I've done 5% with every single Rumble, their own merchandise. Money. And let's go through it. Okay. Locals. So I don't even know how the fuck this website works, but they charge.
All right, what's going on? Just Jay. What's going on? Traveling Fools. Appreciate it. Hey, yeah, I appreciate you, Traveling Fool. How's the family, man? I didn't have time to play update with you, and I didn't want to be on another platform, discussing that. You're more than welcome to just text me. Just make sure everything good on your end with the family. Shout out to, can I get some, what's going on? What's up, AB? What's going on, man? Getting his last review in before I hop on some other platform to have a good conversation. Yeah, just chilling, man. Doing this review, trying to get like a little bit more clear breakdown of what, like, I guess like a part two, what we discussed earlier, because was it a few other content creators that's pretty much on the same level as Fresh and Fit, or actually been around longer than Fresh and Fit. Somehow they actually have a third eye on their forehead and see things coming before it happens with their quote unquote business, versus how Myron didn't see anything coming, but yet making a lot of excuses for his behavior. So, in that sector, that space of YouTube, they always claim that, women need to be accountable. Men need to be holding themselves accountable, but I'm not seeing no accountability, no accountability for this one. And this is the guy that's pretty much that, in the trenches, as it was quoted last time. He's in the trenches with Myron. Used to live like 5 to 10 minutes from Myron, knew him very well. Actually, Myron was his mod for his channel back in the day. Go figure, right? So there you go. But Grey Pill don't know nothing. Grey Pill don't know nothing.
There's $20 a month on locals.com. Merchandise. So
now this is where him speaking all the stuff now. Let's say at this point, Myron is demonetized, right? But there's other resources on the YouTube that Myron's getting for his income. And Alex is actually breaking down everything that he's making right now and what he's getting.
And let's go through it. Okay. Locals. So I don't even know how the fuck this website works, but they charge $20 a month on locals.com. Merchandise. So they charge about $50 a t-shirt, kind of expensive, but hey, to each their own. Patreon, which goes up to $200 a month. So the highest tier on Patreon is $200 a month. The cheapest tier is $5 and have everything in between. DMs on Demand course, which is $500. CO Network, which is $200 a month.
Who's paying $500 for DMs on Demand? Who's really paying for that? It's crazy. $500. That's somebody's rent.
Month. That's freshest thing. Rumble is they're now offering $5 a month. They do affiliate offers with every single thing, like Gorilla Mind, Derek's company, and they probably get paid a 25% on that. So that's definitely thousands and thousands of dollars coming in. I know that from experience because I've done very few affiliate things, but the ones I've done definitely all pay well. Then we got Myron's book.
Exactly, which I'm pretty much been working on that from the beginning. So, which I said earlier before, don't come on this platform with all the profanities, the F-bombs multiple times, the S-bombs multiple times, the B-bombs, the B-bombs multiple times. Like, don't do it. I got 3 emails, offers that I got to vet through, sift through, emailed them back, waiting for a response, had that conversation. So, yeah, my goal is actually, it's not Blue Chew, but if Blue Chew hit me up, I will not say no. I will not say no. Some t-shirt watch company hit me up, I will not say no. So, This is a brand. This is a brand. This is not no rah-rah. Let's get on, just hop on panels, be hopping on panels. No, it's a rhyme or reason, besides the genuine conversation and perspective of everything else. So I agree 100%. Yeah, who else I think my goal was, I said it before, my goal is Stella Rose. I don't know. I got a thing for Stella Rose. Shouts says, can I get some podcast? Yeah, I'll hit you up in the back, man. I'll send you the link because I think they're going to be starting like in an hour. So they're going to do like a little open monologue on something. I think the topic's like, what is a woman or what is a man, something like that. Because I pretty much covered that. So I might be a little bit, have some more value with the conversation on that. So that's might be an interesting conversation. Okay.
That's the eighth thing. I don't know how much he's charging for that, but I'm sure there's a good amount of profit coming in. So yeah, these guys are not hung out for money. Once again, locals, $20 a month, merchandise, $50 a t-shirt, Patreon, which goes up to $200 a month, DMs on demand, which is $500, CO Network, which is $200 a month, Rumble, $5 a month, all the affiliate offers they do, and of course the book, right? And these are just the things that I know about, right? These are just things I very quickly researched. So yeah, these guys are making money like every fucking tiny little opportunity there is, and but they're the victims here.
Which is good business, and nobody's not knocking them for it. But I think what everybody's is knocking them for, like YouTube finally said, "Hey, we've been seeing what you're doing for years. Yeah, you was giving us a lot of money, appreciate you, but now because they actually rank like top 5, top 8, and the most highest earning for our super chats and revenues. I think Angry Man is like right there with within the top 10. Yeah, so nobody's knocking nobody's hustle, but it's like what type of hustle you doing? You're saying that you're a advocate for men and all these positive messages, but at the same time, you're begging your supporters and subscribers for money that you pretty much getting, and then you're begging everybody to come over to that side, and no disrespect to them. This is literally what I see on other women's platforms. I literally would see women in women's spaces on their platform like, look, hey, this is what I need. I need cash apps. Hey, drop this. Hey, drop that. Literally telling and begging for other people to go there. So
let me also play these videos because they're kind of funny. Which you can, okay, so this is a good one.
Can you talk about how much it's currently making right now?
I'm pretty transparent. I make 6 figures a month. All the money I make, I pretty much take it and I just go buy houses with it. I have 12 real estate properties. I've been buying crazy the past 2 years. The interest rates were low, so it's free money. Yeah, so I got 4 properties in Miami and then another 8 in Connecticut, and I'm looking to expand.
How is your business broken down?
We have super chats, we have Twitch as well, we have Rumble, and then we have as well real estate on the side.
Can you talk about how much it's currently making right now?
I'm pretty transparent.
Okay, so Fresh was not actually transparent, but yeah, 12 real estate properties in 2 years. The dude's a multimillionaire. Okay, he's not struggling for money. In Miami, I can tell you that a property costs at least $500,000, at least probably closer to $1 million. So dude's a multimillionaire. There's no denying that. Now let's take a look at this clip.
Which is, again, no need to be begging your supporters, your subscribers, your members for more money, for more support. They already give you enough. You're like 1 point something mil. You're good.
And I went broke.
Can you walk us through the finances of buying an SVJ?
Those type of cars, get that loan, almost impossible unless they trust you as a lender.
Yeah.
So my first car was a Range Rover, then I got the McLaren 570S, then I got the Evo, then I got the Lambo truck, then I got the Rolls Royce truck, then I got the SVJ. So that trust was built over time. It trusted me to give me loans.
Can I ask how much the lease payment is?
$14K a month.
14,000?
Yeah.
Holy.
It's.
I still drive my 2002 Honda.
But here's.
Yeah, like, do these guys look like they're struggling for money? Like they really need, like they were not going to be able to do content without the money, without you paying them $5 a month. Now, look, I have nothing against capitalism. I think, teach their own. If they want to make as much money as they can, they should feel free. My issue.
I like it. It's the American dream. It's the American dream.
Issues with the disingenuous framing here, the framing that they're basically the victims here, that they got kicked off the YouTube ad program because they were giving guys real advice, and now they're really struggling and they need their fans to save them and rescue them. In reality, they have way more than enough money in the bank account to get demonetized and not have that affect their lifestyle in any substantial way. And I think that really the real suckers here are the people who fall for this shit. The people who are like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you guys here. Let me donate, blah, 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 blah. Those are the real suckers, okay?
Exactly. So we'll leave it there. I'll make sure I drop the Alex Planner Fire links and the in the channel below. I want to make sure I get everything in order. Hey, what's going on, Angry Ginger Man? Appreciate you coming on through, giving some full context, because you know how these you know how most of these people be like, they want context. But you literally see somebody deleting somebody in the streets, and they're like, oh, I need the context. Really? You did the crime. Like, what kind of context you need on this? What kind of context you need? You stole the apple out of Johnny's store. Well, I need the context. All right, let's go. This is from geez, can I see it? Yeah, this one is from OJ Drew Jackson, another very popular and famous content creator on the other side. He pretty much does a lot of black issue topics, but he is down for the grift. He openly admitted that, like, hey, if there's money to be made on YouTube, because YouTube is a business, right? So he's gonna make that money. But he does have a bias where it's like, hey, he sees a lot of hypocrisies. He is definitely gonna call it out. He is definitely gonna call out the hypocrisies. But with this one, the fact that he is a fellow content creator and a really good one, he said, hey, I see some hypocrisy here that doesn't add up, and here's why, and I'm gonna explain it. Shout out to Angry. Angry says, yeah, buddy, lots of cult members out there nowadays will now believe the ish right before they're exactly, and this is why they have us. We're the anti-ish. We're the anti-hypocrisies about that. Like, yo, I don't think that's 100% right. You have like, I literally seen like platforms where somebody would say the most egregious stuff, let's say on tax bracket levels, or cryptocurrencies, or some legal needs stuff, or some crime, and it'd be like literally a cop be watching like, yo, I've been doing 15-20 years in, I'll be doing like 20-15 years in, this is not 100% right. I will literally see a lawyer pops up like, yo, I do criminal law, what you're saying is literally egregious, and that's not right. I've seen therapists roll up, you know, and break it down a little bit more in depth from A to B, and then like, just like, yo, this is not 100% right. But they won't really engage, especially therapists, because I have a friend that was a guest on here one time, and she's like really crazy busy, especially which I found out interesting. She was actually busy from, like, she said she just got up, been working on a new office. Clientele actually just go up higher from the holidays, from start of September up in a little bit after January, because for some reason she believes that around that time people get a little bit more depressed around that time. So her business just be booming around that time. So she really had no time to come on, because I would love to have her on at least once a week, but she can't do it. She did me a personal favor coming on one time, but I would love to have her like another time. Just like, look, let's break down some other conversations, certain things, and have that discussion, because I would love to hear other. But yeah, but people come up like, yo, I don't hear this. No, that's my profession. I do this. What's going on, New York? Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping on by. If y'all new, hit the subscribe button. Definitely pass on through. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you. What's up, brother Jumbie? Jumbie is our don't even know the man. Met the man once, and he gave more respect than the people that was on my platform. The following group discussion I had. Well, not really a group discussion, a reaction I did, and I opened a panel for the open honest discussion for when I did a reaction to Fresh and Fit being demonetized. Because for me, it was like my birthday, it was Christmas. They didn't get no, you know, yeah, John B, I got to keep that petty on the side, man. I'm holding on for next Tuesday group discussion, you know. So we got to make an example out of the people out there. Got to make an example. Angry says, and people are like, I trust FMit over there, bro. yo, I had conversations with people, even an Andrew Tate fan. It was bananas. Like, it literally kills brain cells. And you know what's the scary part? Because you did mention the culty mindset of it. You know, the crazy part is, I find it like you literally can tell who's a fan of who, how they verbiage the key words they use in sentences, and how the unaccountable and excusesness they use for this person. Like for example, anybody met me, like I'm a comic book fan, right? Not a hardcore one, but like Batman and Superman. I can't stand Superman. Why? Because in the comics, they made him so overpowered. The cartoons versions, they made him so overpowered. I prefer Batman because like he's a generally real human. But anybody just bring up Superman, I can try to be most so neutral with the conversation, but you can just tell I don't like Superman. You can just tell I can't stand it. So you would hear people how they phrase things, how they say things with key, like the you said it best. The keywords and the playbook is nonsense. I'm like, how do y'all like? You don't know that person don't know you, but y'all literally said the same verbiage from the main source. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Jeez. Shout out to Angry Ink said loneliness around the holidays leads to a lot of yeah, it do. I think people need to talk about that more because you can still have a family dynamic, the 2-family household, all that good stuff they be spewing, and you can still have moments of depression. I don't think people actually think too much about that. Some people are like, oh, there's no depression. Like people go through some moments like, yo, there's a hard time. I watched a content creator, a biker. He liked to travel around the world where he actually goes and like to visit other places over the states. He literally just cross country rides with him and his team, and he went to a place, I forgot what it was, a great little statue. He went to some place with him and his biker guys, and he just looked up, took a picture, and he just broke down. And now it wasn't a moment of depression, but it was just a moment of, I guess, for him, a positive trauma, if you want to say that, where he thought about his mom, and he said, hey, my mom just recently passed. You know, I was watching this, and a sunset actually went down. And when the sunset went down, I thought about my mom, and I thought my mom was looking down on me. Like, you do have the moments. You have the moments. So Auntie says, I have no sympathy for anyone making over 1 million a year with no backup plan. You can't let any email from YouTube take 7% of your income. I agree too. That, especially the backup plan. But you know what's crazy though, Auntie? They had a backup plan. According to DL saying, he's like, yo, I've been telling them. And then you have DJ Academics verbally telling them. We see him on platforms with Fresh and Fit calling them out, on his platform calling them out. Like, look, I've been telling these guys for a year because y'all are very aggressive. Y'all literally went straight right with a lot of your talking points, and you brought on Nick Fuentes. Like that was like literally the cherry of the iceberg, and you had eyes on you from the beginning. I'm not, like I said, I don't know Angry Man personally. I don't watch too much of his content, but I do digest a good most of it, mostly for the content creation value, right? Because you have those kind of conversations. You don't really talk personal. We mostly have content creation conversations, right? So, and that's business. So when I hear Angry Man say certain things like, hey, I'm telling y'all not to say certain things, not to do certain things, it's a reason behind that. You know, we are all under umbrella. We're all under, because you are a partner of the program. So you are hired within YouTube. So you know the rules and regulations. So you know what you can get away with, what you can't get away with, the borderlines of it, you know? So within those rules, then you set your own rules for yourself. That's as far as it goes. But with Fresh and Fit, they never set no real rules. They'll say a bunch of random things. But when I come on, I see them like, hey, well, you said this, but you're doing this. You said that, but you're doing this. And then YouTube start looking. I got so controversial, it was now it's like out in the public where it's actually hitting national news, but they're not getting the all good press is, bad press is not good press. So now it's coming on to them that way. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Classic Ruby shot to her. She says, I don't think they were really taken down by YouTube at all. I think it's all a ploy to get folks to I did not think of that. That's a good one. Jeez, that blew my mind. That's a good one.
Okay, you have some skill.
That's a good one. I didn't think of that. That could be another strategy move. Yeah. That's a good one. Jeez. I ain't gonna lie. If that come out to finally be true, and they like kind of like blatantly say something like that on the Rumble or somewhere else, that's a good one. That you just dropped some facts. God. Jeez. I got a lot of that just hit home for me. Classic Ruby said, I haven't heard anyone mention this, but it's the first and only thought I've had. I wonder why nobody else has thought of it. That's a good one. You know what? I might make this a clippable moment and tag all the spaces out there, O'Shea and all them guys, and see what they do with it. Because I never thought of that. That's a good one. Appreciate you. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Hey, that the Thanos grift. The Thanos grift. Jeez. I don't know, man. That hit me so bad. Like, yo, all right, I gotta go continue with the video because dang, Ruby. Shout out to Inky. Appreciate you, Inky. Just like I want mine.
We are all aware that Fresh and Fit have been demonetized, and people want to know why. Because they didn't have, from what I understand, any community guideline strikes. They didn't have any issues here on YouTube.
Well, that one's not true. Shout out to Just Jay for one. They I want to say two, but I might be mistaken too, but they definitely had a strike a little bit while ago. This was before Nick Fuentes. Just Jay had covered that not too long ago. Just Jay for one, so shout out to her. So she actually like hardcore about the receipt. So anything come out her mouth is, especially on controversy or certain topics like these, is facts. Just my words to my advice to anybody out there: don't call a liar, even if you're being sarcastic, because she will come at you, which I find is very funny. So that part.
YouTube, yet they were demonetized. So the channels were not taken down, but they were demonetized. And it's happened for several big YouTubers. It happens all the time. Channels get demonetized, and then you have to reapply for monetization. But why was that? And I want to make the case that Fresh and Fit may or may not have gotten demonetized because of what happened on YouTube. I believe their demonetization may have happened from someplace else. Rewind, Emma. I want to go to this clip of this racist behavior that Myron exhibited on a stream with Sneeko. Now, this was on Rumble. Now, as we know, Sneeko has been kicked off of YouTube. He can't even make a channel anymore. And it has nothing to do with even being monetized. Sneeko got deplatformed, which is
correct. And this guy right here on the left, I ain't gonna lie, for some reason I thought he was Filipino, but he said he's Latino or something. But he's another one too. He was on YouTube where he actually got demonetized, where actually they took him off because he was very, very controversial. A lot of things he was saying. He was just literally just saying, like he was literally on the pearly things level where he was just saying a lot of outlandish things, just saying them to be saying them. He was pretty much attacking the Jewish community with his slurs, allegations. He was coming at the LGBT community. He was coming at women. He was coming so very critical on a lot of things that didn't make no sense. And which is crazy. If anybody actually watched Abram Preach, is a fan of Abram Preach on their channel, they actually addressed that before. Heck, even Destiny even addressed that. Like Abram, like, look, we talk behind the scenes. I've been trying to warn you, like, yo, you got to kind of dull it down, because you're gonna have eyes in every angle looking at you. You know, if you have one, and I give you an example. If it's like, well, there's a divester, there's so many communities in YouTube, right? So let's just say if I go after the one-sided community, that side like, okay, they're talking about me, but then they're going to come back and retaliate in another way. That's fine. I might be okay with that. But if I'm going at the all communities in a certain way, just bastardizing them and giving a lot of controversy, just saying stuff to be saying stuff, now all the communities looking at me, somehow now I'm gonna have like all angles of attacks coming at me via YouTube-ish. And that's pretty much what happened with Sneeko, which is crazy. And he was warned ahead of time, like long before when someone else knew it, was trying to be a friend to Sneeko, which was Abram Preach. And somehow he didn't listen, to the point where, like, hey, now he caught him on Destiny. Like, look, I told you, you're not listening. So, okay, now it's good luck. and now he got kicked off of YouTube altogether. Then now he went on some whole kumbaya journey, built himself back up again, which is fine. Nobody's gonna knock you for getting your money, but did he learn his lesson? Nope. He went on Rumble doing the same thing all over again, which is ridiculous.
That's why he's doing very well on Rumble. However, when it comes to somebody like Fresh and Fit might say some things on Rumble that they won't say on YouTube. And I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Preach is crying right now, swinging from a monkey branch, eating a banana, playing some Donkey Kong on an N64 because he's a stupid. He's a window licking stupid nigga.
What? They accuse you of calling him making monkey noise. You said he looks like a monkey.
He does.
No,
he does.
He doesn't mean that.
Hold on, you Albania fuck. I'm about to show you how he looks like a monkey right now,
bro.
Now you see, this is something that they may or
And this went on for hours of him doing this. And then he did it on his channel. But this is where he thought he was slick. He left from YouTube, went over to Sneako's residence, joined them on Rumble, and did his whole antic for hours.
or may not say on YouTube, but this extreme version happened on Rumble. Let me say this. Rumble is under a lot of controversy right now because they are letting a lot of content creators come on, and a lot of these guys are hate speech capitalists. People like Tommy Sotomayor, people like Fresh and Fit, people like Sneeko. They will go over to Rumble, and Rumble is trying to get popping. So these guys will say pretty much anything they want to say with no filter. In fact, people on YouTube, let's say a YouTuber like myself, I'm not creating content on Rumble, but because of the stereotype about Rumble, I will probably go on Rumble and be more free with my content and more opinionated.
And that's what we talked about, covered last time. When you're on Rumble, everybody main thought process or intent to go to Rumble is like, hey, I could be more freer. Again, we talked about the job, right? The perks of the job. If I leave YouTube or I stream from YouTube and then I'm streaming for Rumble, at least I know in Rumble I could be a little bit more freer to say what I want. Like, think about that. I could be more freer to say what I want. It's like, you know, your mom, I can't say what I want in mom's face, but as soon as I walk away from mom, the kids is cursing, screaming, and hollering. The children of the bunch. Shout out to you, Jay, the informant. Appreciate you, man, coming on through. If y'all new, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely make sure the bell notification is set to all so we get all notifications. So I appreciate you.
It just because of what's happening on YouTube, right? I don't want to get deplatformed. But here's something that you got to know. I want to talk about another YouTuber that you guys know by the name of EDP445.
Uh-oh. Keep your thinking caps on.
If you don't remember him, maybe you understand this clip.
I should shove a goddamn bottle of horchata up your f***ing shit crack. You
Okay, that's the kind of content.
I have come home and I have stood.
And this was him being deplat. This is like one of the main reasons, but this is him. So keep your thinking caps on.
EDP445 used to make. Controversial guy, was really known for doing sports commentary, especially by being an Eagles fan. But here's what you don't know. EDP445 got deplatformed from YouTube for not even being on YouTube. Okay. Here's what got EDP445 kicked off the platform.
All right. Go ahead. Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home. There was, nothing that was going to be sexual involved because I'm not like that. Well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was all that was.
So guys, you see,
Yeah, this was the guy. If anybody don't know, for full transparency, this is the guy that was the Geppetto. This is the guy. He had a major platform, YouTube, but behind the scenes, he was looking for underage girls. If underage women was like, hey, hitting them up, he was literally trying to have a coerce him or trying to pick them up. Yeah, the cupcake. Jay, he literally had Lily was going out his way to reach out to other younger underage girls to meet him up to have relationships with him. And then when people got to hold of his antics, was those guys, which I think they messed up because they tried to do their own little personal investigation, and they kind of could have it literally messed up the investigation with the police officers that probably was trying to investigate them. So they kind of caught him on tape because they set him up. Like, okay, we're aware that you're messing around with underage minors. We're aware that you reached out to him. So, hey, put bait out for him. He came there. Now he gave an excuse on some cupcakes. Yeah, Jay. He's talking about pick up cupcakes. I believe he was hungry, but not that time. Yeah. Yeah. He claimed he's looking for cupcakes. That's crazy. Shout out to Classic Ruby. I think she was responding to can I get some? DeMonetized pulls you right out of the algorithm and even minimize your stuff being showed, suggested, and subscriber people. They pretty much in the black hole in that one, which actually is actually pretty funny. Classic Ruby. If anybody else wanted to react to their videos, this is not they could do about it. Fair use is their rules of fair use is out the window. They can't make no claims of somebody trying to use fair use on them. It's out the window, which I find that very hilarious. Somebody could just literally just take their whole content, just run it. They would get nothing. Nobody would care less. Well, YouTube won't. Ruby says, and that's not including the fact that YouTube demonetize you when they can no longer benefit because they're big and revenue companies don't want to be associated. Exactly. Everything is together. Everything together. You do something like this guy did out in public. Oh, he's a YouTuber? Oh, bet. I got you. Done. He's on Rumble too? Done. This guy was the most famous of being deplatformed ever. He was, every time he hops on any platform, taken down. Taken down. They recognize his face. He was done. Shout out to Can I Get Some? He says other content creators and use fair use content under fair use, and YouTube can make money fresh and fit and content that way. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm this close to. Hold on, let me reread that. I want to make sure I got that understanding right. Other content creators and use fair use content under fair use, and YouTube can make money off of. Yep. 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 I'm this close. What, you know what? It's I don't want to spew their toxic. Cause I was yeah, I'm this close to just you know what? Start another channel, clip everything they got, make some money off of it. But they don't have no good messages there. Unless you're just trying to get a grift and get money. But it's nothing. I really don't want to spread that type of message because it's nothing. It's all hypocrisies.
DP445 was not at this particular point having an issue on YouTube. Now, he was a controversial YouTuber that got community guideline strikes and he had issues. But when EDP445 showed up looking for a cupcake, which we all know was an underage girl, yes, he technically didn't break any community guidelines. You see, there was nothing that he did. However, because he was a YouTuber associated with the platform, he got taken down. So
correct. And again, just being low-key petty. Shout out to brother Jumby. When you do things on other people's platforms under the umbrella and the rules of guidelines, shout out to the HR of YouTube. If they deem it necessary, hey, you are done. You are demonetized. There are certain things they will flag you. All this other good stuff. This is what happens. This is from the very beginning. I don't care when I was 38 subscribers. I'm telling y'all mofos, you ain't coming up here and just cursing like a sailor. If you're an adult and you pass your prime of high school education, hopefully you can speak the Queen's language or the King's language. Oh, Lord. I dropped the ball on that one. You can speak proper English. Why would you need to use slurs and profanity on somebody else's platform? And that's the basics. Not just the basics. Yeah, man, I'm here for a conversation. Beep, 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 beep. What are you doing? Now you got somebody like this guy going around doing, searching for cupcakes. YouTube get a hold of like, oh, really? You doing that? And you on our platform? No, it ain't working out. Shout out to the high value men. Don't we hear those two in those certain spaces? We want them younger. Okay. Keep saying that. We want them younger. We want them fit and submissive. Keep saying that. See what happens. They're gonna catch you out in public. They're gonna come back to YouTube and all these platforms you run on. Like, oh, you want some? You look like you looking for cupcakes too. Let me take you off. That's we know the catchphrases. We know the buzzwords. Isn't that what they be saying? Because it used to be like we can't say the TRANS word, but we'll break it down and say TS. YouTube knows what you're talking about. YouTube knows what you're talking about. All right, bro. I'm just pulling down another layer. Just pulling another layer. Just pulling another layer of the conversation because people think they slick. We know how, like, everybody was trying to put on the quote unquote the black folk, the crickleism, the slang words. Everybody use slang. Everybody. Shout out to the Irish. Everybody use slang. Shout out to the Russians, the Asian community, the Latino community. Everybody got another term for something. Like, get out of here with that.
What he decided to do while representing YouTube as a big YouTuber, it got him deplatformed. Now, I can even prove that to you. He then tried to go to Facebook and create an account. Once Facebook understood what he did, he was also taken down from Facebook, even though he didn't break any rules with Facebook. But see, no platform wants to have a guy on there that is known for coming after little girls. I'll even talk about this again. He tried to get a job with Uber. Once people saw him driving Uber and they knew his real name in Uber, they called Uber. Uber fired him. See what
I'm saying? Uber like, yo, you gotta go. Uber like, yo, you gotta go. Even Uber took him out. Uber like, nah, we ain't having that. We don't want you. Work with us. You're disgusting. We don't want you. No mas. No mas.
He was never convicted of any kind of sexual predator activity. Correct. But because of what happened, they wanted no association. EDP 445 tried the same thing with Lyft. Now, he was never convicted of anything, according to Lyft. But because of his reputation, he was also fired from Lyft.
Even Lyft got him. Lyft got him. But I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I remember one time a while ago, I was on platform, just dropping some positive seeds. And I guess somebody caught on and it was like, yo, Grey Pill's a YouTube whisperer. I say, oh snap, let me stop talking because maybe I'm dropping a little bit too much seeds. Maybe I'm dropping too much seeds. When you have a reputation like that, I'm telling you. And this is not just going for the men, it's going for the women too. When you act, literally acting, you can say it all day. When you acting a certain way, you're going out the way. Your IG thought, but you're on these platforms talking about, hey, I'm trying to speak positivity and all this stuff. It doesn't match up. It doesn't match up. When you're on other platforms like OnlyFans and whatnot, and sharing that information that you manage call girls, escorts, stuff like that, and then you come on other platforms talking about you're a priest or pastor. That's a bad reputation of yourself. Just saying. And it's consistent. Doesn't add up. Just think about it. Dak, the Lyft and Uber. My man said he'll never eat.
See, here's something that content creators got to understand. Okay. Even though you're in a YouTube partner agreement, whatever you do off the platform affects what you do on the platform. And yes, Fresh and Fit have controversial things on the platform that they do for sure. But just because you go over to Rumble and you record something, that can also be taken very, very seriously. Getting your
look at him. Look at him with the racial stuff. This was like I said, this was hours. Anything he can think of. Got a picture of Abra. I mean, this is Preach on the left, and then got a picture of Donkey Kong on the right. Just stand with the energy. Stand with the racist, toxic energy. And here comes Sneeko. Like, I don't like to put people guilty by association, but if you come in my house, eating my food, and you doing something like this, you got to go. You got to go. You're not welcome in my house. And this guy here on the right, the Latino with the kung fu chink, with the kung fu mustache, claiming that he's Muslim. This is very haram of you, sir. Very haram of you. You are literally guilty by association right there. And not even by association. You're literally helping and advocating with the criminal. This doesn't add up right here. It doesn't add up. But we'll get to you in another time, sir. We'll get to you another time because he got a history too. He got a rep too. He got a whole pattern of himself too, consistent. A lot of hypocrisies right here. But again, you come in my house and you doing something like this, you got to go. We're not friends. We're not buddies. I'm not looking for 20%. What's 20% I'm looking at this? I'm not looking for 20% out of the good of this. This doesn't make any sense. Let me know what 20% can you find of good and positive out of this. This is 100% toxic, racist, negative, narcissistic on every level. And you got his buddy right here. Hey, let me grab the phone and put it up closer so my viewers can see it, so I can get more of the money and cash coming in. Get out of here.
Your ass booted off of YouTube or demonetized. The same thing on TikTok, any platform. They don't owe you a reason as to why they need to kick you off. Just ask EDP445. This last time when he got deplatformed, it had nothing to do with anything he did on YouTube. He didn't upload any videos that were breaking the guidelines. In fact, the things he was doing, from what I understand, was on Instagram DMs. In the page that he actually got deplatformed, I believe the guy also that exposed him got deplatformed too for being a racist. He wasn't even talking to a young girl. He was talking to somebody pretending to be a young girl. But because the intentions of what he was looking to do were clear, YouTube wanted nothing to do with EDB445. And he even...
Which we talk about all the time over here. Your intent. Your intent. I didn't do it, officer, but your intent. We got you red-handed. You're done.
Tried creating.
Most people have no clue.
Which a lot of people don't understand that. Your intent. So think about that.
Creating another channel. He tried many times. This is no different. Listen.
Yeah, he ain't lying about that. He did try many times. He tried to come back a couple of times. I think he did come back one time, but he wasn't there that long. And they took him back down again. And people reacted and reviewed that again. So, yeah, you just like, nah, this ain't happening. Same thing with Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is on the platform, but he has like a low-key secret channel he's hiding. Like nobody don't know. He literally has a low-key secret channel. Like he'll do some content, but he's not really like saying much.
to what I'm saying, guys. This is no different from what I believe happened to Fresh and Fit. Okay, those guys thought, number one, they were too overconfident. That's the thing about social media. Guys get overconfident. You start making this money, you believe you can come after black people.
Heck, O'Shea, I would even go further. It's not even about the money. Like I agree. Money is the root of all evil. But we even seen ourselves with the 1K subscriber guys. Guys get like 1K subscriber, 1.5, 2.5, 3 point something. They'll get like one super chat or something, or get like 100 views. They think they Jesus. they literally think they baby Jesus. They'll be dictating to all the type of rules and regulations, like they got. And then the two-facedness is off the charts. The two-facedness off the chart. But yeah, we seen it. So yeah, money's the root of all evil, but we seen it with 1K subscribers. As soon as they get 1K, they think they baby Jesus. As soon as they get 2.5, man, the arrogance on people. Like, yo, calm down. My community. Yo, there's only 500 people in the virtual world, sir, and they spread out all over the world. It's very different. Very, very different how people has a different opinion of you in real life. Stop it. But yeah, man, high on that hog.
You believe you can come after women. You believe that nothing's going to happen, and you go over and Rumble, and then you hide, and then you think that you're not going to get deplatformed because what you're saying on Rumble is not what's going to happen on YouTube. But you're so big on Rumble, and people hate you on YouTube, they're going to go over there and they're going to record it. So if you're putting on Klans material, if you're putting on saying things about the African-American community, if you're saying racist things.
Facts, Jada Informant, let me get 1K so I can start walking on water and turn the water into Hennessy. Yeah, they don't want the wine. It's straight Hennessy. It's straight Hennessy. Glug, 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 glug. Jeez. Shout out to Mark Sigurd. There's a guy sometimes that will say, why are the watchers or viewers over there, and will try to make your mouth bleed. You know who we talk about, bruh. You don't even know. Don't even know. It's crazy. You don't even know.
Well, they don't.
It's funny. I would say that too. It's not even the money part, which I agree everything O'Shea say. It's like, this is why I say I don't ever want to be rich, because I'm scared to. I'm so afraid to be that type of person. I don't want to be rich. I want to stay as humble as I possibly can. I'm good with making silly mistakes, you know, that you can redeem yourself from. I'm okay with that, but I want to stay that humble. But I never want to be on the verge of, you know, people say, hey, when you drink a lot, you become a different person. When you have a lot of money, you become a different person. When you abuse abusive drugs, you become a different person. You know, even the quote unquote the clout and the fame, you become a different person. A lot of people don't recognize who you are anymore. Like I want to stay just as humble as I can. Yeah, that's pretty much not the time. Like, yo, broken, busy, ugly. I'm setting the bar so low. I'm keeping it so low, because when you get to that level, people don't recognize you no more. Like, I get it. You can't please everybody because you're trying to have a conversation or like your niche, right? Your niche could be for about anything. And I get that, but you're always going to have an anti something. But I'd rather have an anti person. Like, look, if you're having this basic conversation about this, or you have this basic belief, because we had people like what, atheists and a Christian, they had conversations, but they didn't hate each other. They wasn't attacking each other. They were just, hey, this is my viewpoint of something. I don't believe in our religion. The Christians say, hey, well, this is what I believe in, so let's have a conversation. I seen a debate like that. That was actually a pretty good debate, which I think I will actually react to that, because it just gave a great example.
Don't want to monetize somebody who speaks like that with that large of an audience with over 1.5 million subscribers. They don't want that person to be a leader on YouTube talking like that.
Fact.
So if that's how you are, they will demonetize you. It's happened all the time. Okay, it happens all the time, guys.
Oh, I need to roll that back. I need to screenshot that one. Look at that face. I need to screenshot that, make that a thumbnail. I might change the thumbnail for this one and just put that face up there. Gee. O'Shea, you're doing the Lord's work, O'Shea. You're doing the Lord's work. Hallelujah.
It's happened all the time. Okay, it happens all the time, guys. And that's the thing. If you want to be, and that's one of the things about YouTube. If you want to be a big time creator, the thing is this: people with a big time audience are going to have a lot of looks. Now, Steven Crowder is another person that got demonetized at that point. He got demonetized.
Correct.
Huge channel, huge fan base, over 5 million subscribers.
5.8 million subscribers, 1.5K views. Exactly. He was another one.
He got demonetized. Makes a ton of money, but it happened to him. Why? According to YouTube, making offensive content. So that's probably what happened. You know, these guys are not slick. You know, you can't run. If you go over to Facebook, if you go to Rumble, anything that you do as a creator and people know about it, you put it on the internet, it can get you demonetized. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. And this is something I've been saying for the longest, especially this platform. I literally give rules and regulations before you even hit, you know, you be in the back of the scenes before you even hit up there. And even with the educated ones, which I think is very hypocritical of most, you join this panel, got all these degrees, all this education, you know, political views, you know more than I do. But the one rule I give, don't curse on my platform and be cursing like a sailor. I'm trying to get a brand deal. I want to work on at least one, you know, let me get a Blue Chew commercial. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me get where's that Blue Chew one? I ain't gonna lie, I was slow plugging this one. Slow plugging. Shout out to Blue Chew.
Speaking of, you know, hitting it and, you know, getting the game right to get the ladies, when you come home from a long day of work, when you're tired and your girl looks at you and, you know, you're having a little trouble down there sometimes because you're so damn tired, testosterone levels might be low. You see that blue pill in that corner of the edge of your seat? Please take that Blue Chew or Cialis. Enter code word Blue Chew or Cialis and get 15 to 20% off. If you're a first-time customer, you'll get 40% off. $15.99. Bingo.
That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. Shout out to Marcus. I'm gonna have to re-edit that, Marcus, and have like a whole video and your voice in the background. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make that like a pop. As soon as Blue Chew hit me up, like, hey, and Jealous from the Great Pill Podcast, can you we like what you're doing over there. You're doing some good things, and Jealous. Would you like to represent Blue Chew? Sure. Sorry how quick that was. Sure. We'll not even hesitate. Everybody talking about their money. No. I am from as soon as I was 38 subscribers and 25
saving children, right? That was great.
And
but saving you guys is better.
What's the pause button on that? Everybody talking about their business, but at least 25% of the people on my platform actually personally know me. The rest is supporters. Appreciate y'all. The other section of them is like, yo, in so many foreign countries. So thank you too. I appreciate y'all. Matter of fact, I forgot to give out my shout outs. I want to make sure I get everybody in here. So I know I welcome Just Jay a couple times. So I want to welcome Just Jay, Auntie, New York, Brother, Angry Man, Classic Ruby, because Classic Ruby just you need to clone yourself, Classic. Like real talk. Like I think the world would be a better place if we had more Classic Rubies out there. You know, then we could discuss the nuclear family. Classic Ruby, Pinky, Inky / Pinky pinups again. Who else? Can I get some? Appreciate you. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Corey Hager. That's my examples when we actually talk about mental health. I might do another one in the morning, Corey. Matter of fact, I will, because we actually talked about that before. Like, I want to do reaction to an actual content creator that's actually a diagnosed narcissist, and I thought that was a real good conversation how he's breaking out some stuff on his end. So appreciate you, Corey. Corey's like my example, accountability buddy. when we have those conversations. Marcus, definitely appreciate you, one of my mods. Yeah, so definitely appreciate everybody. Jay, the informant, he's new to the Great Pill fam, so you know he's about the cupcake, so welcome him in. So appreciate Jay, the informant, for coming in for the conversation. All right, so this one right here was one that this is a lawyer by the name of Lead Attorney that's giving great insight on why these two individuals got their platform demonetized and why. Just like O'Shea Jackson, again, information is power. So let's go.
Right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Hold on, let me address this right here. He was working for Homeland Security, doing border patrol. Some what he just said. Let's play his words back.
Saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Let's keep this 100. He was not saving any children. He was not saving any children. You're doing Homeland Security, sir. Nothing but children is crossing the border. Nothing but children and adults is crossing the borders. You wasn't saving them because they was actually trying to leave from one place to come to another, like America, to be saved. We see it all the time in the news. So that part with the fake tears and a 2,000 hair piece. Look at him. Get out of here. And the fake one.
Lead attorney here. People wanted me to react to this. Now, why is that? Fresh and Fit doesn't really care for me too much.
What do you guys think about the lead attorney?
No comment.
X.
Yep.
Hell no.
People want to know if I'm happy about what has happened to their channel. They want to know if I'm going to take a victory lap. Well, I am not happy, and this video will not be a victory lap. For those who don't know, Fresh and Fit's channel was just demonetized yesterday. Now, Abba from Abba and Preach had predicted this over a month ago.
You know, if you're proud of this, congratulations, brother. You played yourself. I don't think there's much to be said. I wouldn't be surprised if the YouTube channel gets deleted.
Everybody realized it was just a matter of time when you had that tall guy sitting there in the Ku Klux hood, even though it was.
Yeah, look at him. I'm telling you, this was like hours, and he's in his quote unquote bestie buddy, another little red pillar guy. All the little super chats and whatever goes on in Rumble, just collecting the money off of it. This is crazy. Never in my house.
Wasn't very surprising, being that he had made some racist commentary on his channel in the past. Racist commentary that I called out. So maybe it's me. Maybe you don't have a problem. Anybody in the chat have a problem with this Fresh and Fit guy insinuating that Preach is an ape, a chimp? You know, there was this video on Reddit where this white guy, this racist guy, was calling this dude the N-word, and he was like, I was like, shit. He's for real. But I also want you to notice the visual, the way he's doing his arms like an ape. And I want you to notice a few points, and this is a short clip, guys. I want you to notice how he's doing his fucking hands. What really kind of took me over the edge is that there was a white girl in the back. And when he was doing the white girl started laughing.
Your wife is probably ugly. I said it.
Yo,
and you gave her a ring pop and you licked her at your fucking wedding.
All day. And this is something he just documented a year ago. This was a year ago. I love the character. Shout out to Jay the Informant. He said he never mentioned his position. You talking about Lead? I don't think he did neither, but I think he was very political about this one. Like, hey, I don't know. We could say he did or didn't. Like, he's putting the receipts out there. And that could be, that could be fair to your point too. Like, hey, let me present the receipts out there for other people to kind of address it, which also be a smart play.
Flew out.
when he was doing the
And you gave her a ring pop and you licked her at your fucking wedding.
We should fly her up, bro.
Weirdo.
Hey yo, we should fly her up.
Guaranteed.
Flew out.
Flew out. You may guess the bride. This dumbass nigga. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah. You're making them dumbass faces. We fucking help guys make money. We help guys get in shape. We help men improve. What the fuck are you dumbass niggas doing behind your shitty ass road shotgun mic?
Yo, chat. Put a one in the chat if you agree with us.
Yo, real talk, man.
Look at the white girl.
I could tell you niggas stink from the fucking video I'm watching right now. Y'all be sweating in the fucking studio. And y'all standing mad awkwardly close to each other, talking to that shitty ass mic. Hey, what you take on this preach? I don't know. The fuck, man?
The fuck is this?
Clifford, bro.
Look at the white girl laughing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the white girl. But whatever.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That kind of that. Yeah. Big turn off. Big turn off. Big. That's a L. Jay said, nah, fit. Do you mind clarifying just a little bit? You said he never mentioned his position. You're talking about fit. His position on what exactly? About the racist allegations, people calling him gay, people calling him a womanizer, people saying that, there's a lot of stuff his position on like the channel, the brand. Oh no, sorry about that, Jay. Jay says I was talking about fit position with Border Patrol. He could have been on. Yeah, I agree. He could have been general for. I agree, because that's the only thing I thought of, because he said when they actually outed him, because there was some guys actually found his real name and outed him. So first he said he was Homeland Security, then he said I was working for the FBI. And then somebody, I don't want to put it on him on this one, but somebody was said he was like a desk jockey. But since you brought up the whole the janitorial thing, because I know somebody that did Homeland Security for Border Patrol in Texas, right? Because that's pretty much one side of it. Or you could do one in California and all that places. But they wasn't what he was saying he was. They was doing something like, either adjusting the cameras or glasses or the lenses, or one was actually just looking at the screen, So yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, he never specifically said it. It's like you say you're working in law enforcement, but come to find out you like the mall cop. How Mark go? Flashlight cop, So that it could have been that. Or you could try to use, like, most people try to be like preppy with the verbiage of the words, like, hey, I work for law enforcement, bro. You're just at the desk, like, just punching papers. That's all you do. Oh, hey, I'm a law enforcement. I'm a sheriff. Okay, sir, you just standing next to the judge every morning, and you're like 300 pounds. You don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. Hey, I work from Walmart. We know how many positions they got at Walmart, so let's not even play those games. So, or somebody say, "Hey, I'm a licensed technician." Really? You're a licensed technician? Really? We know the umbrellas on that category goes. So you're 100% right. He never put no specific definition on it. Just say, "Hey, I work for Homeland Security." And you know what? And there's another thing. It was what's that little cute term they gave for, like, shout out to EDP. They gave out for Uber drivers, cab drivers, Lyft drivers. And I'm not knocking them for everybody making their money and how they making it, but they had like another term for that too. So you're 100% right on that one. You're 100%. Oh, I just thought of it. Like, if you're what's the other one? You go to the strip club. First it was the go-go dancer, then it was the pole dancer, then it was like the entertainer. It was a lot of names they was given under an umbrella. So it won't look as demeaning to the other person. Yeah, I'm with you now, Jay. You're 100% right. I'm with you. Everybody want to give all these little cute names. Could have been a flashlight cop for all we know. It could have been a janitor for all we know. Yeah, essential workers, you know.
Bro, look at the white girl laughing. Shout out to the white girl. But whatever, that's in the past. Last night they had a stream. It was just the two of them, the fresh and fit guys. No drunk women in halter tops and tattoos arguing back and forth, waiting to get kicked out of their apartment. And they called it a meeting. They called it an emergency meeting. They wanted to discuss the possible demise of their channel. They were somber in that meeting because they realized that their channel had just been demonetized. Now, if you're not a content creator, you do not know the pain of having your channel's ability to earn money taken away. These are two young, hardworking men making millions, and it's all gone. This pain is enormous. The tall one even cried.
Saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Yeah, he wasn't crying for the people. He was crying because that extra income, because YouTube was like a good main source of their bread and butter, a good main source. He wasn't crying for the people. I promise you. He wasn't crying for the people.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro.
He would not wish this pain on anyone. Well, that's a lie. See, the trauma that Fresh and Fit is feeling right now, they tried to make other content creators feel that same trauma, that same pain just last year. How did they do that, you ask? Well, Fresh and Fit hired a $2 attorney and a 7-cent paralegal to spam out copyright strikes across all of the platform targeting certain content creators. Fresh and Fit wanted these content creators to lose their monetization. They wanted these content creators to lose their entire channel. They wanted me, the lead, to lose my channel. They wanted me to feel that pain that they're crying about today. They hired that $2 attorney, and that $2 attorney put 10 copyright strikes against me. Let's take a look. This is what their attorney filed against me. Says, thank you for your submission. It is under review to ensure it's.
I ain't gonna lie, this was crazy. I watched this whole thing from beginning to end. This was crazy. And there was no reason this was a year ago. And this was no reason for them to even do that.
Valid. Here is the information you filled out. Here we go. Copyright owner name, Fresh and.
Hey, this goes out to all the fans and the ones in the trenches and the ones that buddies with Fresh and Fit. What's the excuse for this? Like, again, where's the 20% of good in this? This is adults' actions a year ago. What is the good in this? If I go out my way, maliciously lie on another person's channel to try to get their whole channel taken down, this is not business. This is personal. What's the point of doing this? What's the point? If we're all businessmen, what's the point of doing this? This didn't make any sense.
And Fit. Now, you only need 3 to lose your channel. And this guy hit me with 10. Each one of those 10 was fraudulent and it was against YouTube's terms of service. Now, I rarely use Fresh and Fit's content. When I did, it was always under fair use. So imagine this $2 attorney tries to attack me. It could be true that
a 20-year lawyer. A 20-year lawyer. Look at this. All of this. Come on. Man, that's what we talking about. I think I said this last time when brother Jumbie was on. You don't know who and what be watching on these platforms when you're literally this disingenuous on the stuff that you say. Oh, it get worse, Jumbie. I'm telling you, it get worse. It gets so worse.
That I use their content, but I use their content 18 for 20 seconds. But listen, if I use your content for 20 seconds, you better believe I'm using it under fair use. I'm a goddamn attorney.
Facts. Facts. Tell you, man, start learning how to separate these people. Everybody keeps saying logic and feelings, logic and feelings. This is not very logical. This is not very logical. And it's like 3 actual top, like lead attorney is actually one. He's one top content creator. The first guy, Alex Playing with Fire, is another top content creator. Duke the Don's another one. I know Duke the Don, and I wouldn't say personal, but I know him well enough in the space where between them 3 guys, if you just like, yo, it's okay if I use your content, they wouldn't even care. They wouldn't even make it a big issue. They would not make it a big issue. Because of these 3 guys, this is pretty much one lesson I learned from them. If I don't care if you react, like I think Inky was one. She was like, oh, you know, I think she was just generally asking like about just the rules of YouTube and fair use. And my thing was this, like me personally, if it's something I said or the conversation, like just like when we had a group conversation, you want to react to it, you're more than welcome. React to it, have the conversation respectfully. The only thing I asked for, because it was on a passport bro size too, and it wasn't like no even beef or nothing. Hey, tag me in the subscription so they'll know where the source come from. Heck, the very least throw my logo on my face on a thumbnail. You know, I'll say my logo on a thumbnail. And if you got the extra time, put description in the with the link where the source it came from, so everybody can get full context of it. That's it. It's not that hard to do. With these 3 guys I'm talking about, I know Duke the Don back in his earlier days when me and Poppy Blanco TV, well, Poppy was just bad at it though, but Poppy was learning. He asked me, he asked Duke, like, hey man, can I use your content because I was on it? It's like, sure, no problem. Poppy Blanco could have been like 5 minutes on that 2-hour content. Poppy Lily would take the whole 2-hour download it, put on his content, and just let it play. I went to go support him one time. I watched the whole thing, like, dang, Poppy, this is my whole content. And then I see somebody in the comment section like, yo, who's that guy referring to me? And I had to comment like, oh, that's me. Here's my channel. But again, I didn't trip at Poppy because I understood Poppy was learning. He was a new content creator. And when I didn't go looking and running to Poppy Blanco, but when I saw him like, hey, do you mind just, yo, bro, just tag me, throw my face in the thumbnail, you know, at the very least tag me, you know what I'm saying? If you're at least doing the live, like, hey, this is where it come from, drop the link. That's it. I was playing with Far, like, look, if you want to use the whole content, react to it, you know, he don't do the whole extra of the fair use, whatever. I react to one of his contents before. Me and him been on panels before. Duke, I did the same thing, but I was just like, hey, this is like the moment of context of conversation. So I'll take that part out, leave me in it to give like a bulk of what the conversation is about because I'm there for that conversation. He had no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take nobody's whole, because I just think that a little silly. I told that story about the Poppy thing because like you're doing a little bit extra much, but I understand people's learning, you know, but Lee's another one. Like if you just happen to be on a platform, you have a conversation with Lee and he's like, email Lee, like, Lee, is okay I use this because I was on there, we had the conversation to get some clarity? Sure, no problem. You might edit the beginning of the part where Lee might ask a general question to give a baseline of the topic. And then if you're there with the conversation, hey, edit that part out, upload it, you good. He's not going to trip. This came from lead attorney. Boom. All right. Not a problem. Same thing here. React. If you're on the panel, react to it, whatever. Hey, at least they know where the source came from. I'm fine with that. That's great exposure. You know, one hand washing the other. But if you just don't understand fair use and you just like doing the unthinkable is ridiculous. You know, I even know somebody for a whole year talked about me, used my content, which they even thought they try to play slick, like it's never going to come up on my end. They actually try to play slick. They use my content on somebody else's platform, and then from there, because they react to it over there, then they take it on their end. It was like a react person watch a react person watch a react person. It was kind of weird. And I saw it, I'm like, and I saw how they did it, and I was like, this is nothing under fair use guidelines. No tagging, no thumbnail, no nothing, you know, but you're doing something, and you're doing something very disingenuous. So understand the rules of fair use. I say respectfully, just go out and reach out to the person. Hey, do you mind? Just to give that kind of okay. But at the same time, everybody's not going to have the time to respond to everybody's emails or DMs and stuff like that. But you got to be very careful, because when you do stuff under guidelines of that's not fair use, and I'll throw another one, because now just on a little petty side. Now I'm thinking about Real Femme Sapien. She was one that she wasn't on her platform, but it was Pearly Things I react to. The content's still there. Me and a group had actually reacted to their content. I even asked for permission. Pro's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, screenshot. Because I don't know this person. Did a reaction to Pearly Things interviewing Real Femme Sapien, aka Allie. At the moment of her coming up in her content, she was like 1,000 something. And it goes back to what Jay and somebody else in the chat was saying about, hey, when you get 1,000 subscribers, you think you walk on the water. She was one of them. She was one of them. At that time, Pearly Things was like at 22, 26K subscribers. Pearly really thought she's walking on water. So we did the reaction. We're thinking like, hey, we're going to react to just Pearly, but Pearly was interviewing Real Femme Sapien, Allie. The story actually came to, we was more focused on Real Femme Sapien, because she was saying a lot of stuff that was like, this doesn't add up. So the more we kept reacting to it, now we came to a conclusion of what we thought about her in the story. Okay, fine. A month too later, like other content creators do, you got a 2-hour, 3-hour stretch of content. It's like, hey, you know what? Let me find some good digestible content in this 2-3 hours and upload it and make some more content, right? Done that. That was like about a month later. Guess who pops up in my comment section? You had Real Femme Sapiens in the live of the 2 hours, comment back and forth. You had Pearly Things back and forth. Then the upload, you had Pearly Things again back and forth. Real Femme Sapien just trolling the comments, trolling the content in the comments, right? And then moments later, Real Femme Sapien, thanks to Great Pill Podcast, she did her disagreement days. And guess who the first video she reacted to? The whole 45 minutes of me and the guests I had on, us doing a reaction to her, the interview with her and Pearly. I didn't trip. So I goes in the comment, respond like, hey, it's not a problem you reacting to it. Tag, thumbnail. So at least because this is my channel, I know that she's coming from there. That's a little some exposure. I don't care if you have a difference of opinion to what we are addressing in the actual interview. That's not a problem. But according to her and Pearly, number one, which is the biggest hypocrisy right there. Hey, well, you need to get a lawyer to understand the rules of fair use. Well, I would say this to Ms. Pearly. Maybe you also need to get a lawyer too to understand the rules of fair use, because you literally struck down your old partner podcast. His channel was gone for like 10 days. And it was the rules of fair. He was under the guidelines of fair use. So you literally pulled what Fresh and Fit doing with everybody else, which is sad. So yeah, understand the rules of fair use when you do certain things, because stuff like that will catch up and bite you on the rear, especially the ones that actually did some stuff on my end for a whole year. Like I say, everything is logged. And this is another one thing too. When people do certain things, log everything, categorize everything, timestamp everything. So when the moment you decide to hey, let me retaliate back in a way, it's in order. You can't wiggle out of it. And this is pretty much what's going on with Fresh and Fit. Everybody has nothing but receipts. on Fresh and Fit of their behavior. This right here is a year ago, consistently of nothing of the antics that Fresh and Fit did. Nobody don't care if they get the money and the girls. Nobody care if they, that's a personal preference. Like, hey, you want to go and watch the girls get kicked off the cam? Okay, fine, do what you want to do. But when you start doing some personal stuff like this is really who you are. We already knew who they was, but this is really who you are. But we got guys like, hey, I went in the trenches with them. Okay, cool. I'm in the trenches with some guys too. But the moment you start doing some racial stuff, disrespecting people like the way they doing, I don't want to be in the trenches with you. You're not the type of guy I want to hang with. You're the type of guy I don't want to affiliate myself with. Not whatsoever. Like, for me, you guilty by associating because you're claiming this person. This your boy? This your man's? Nah. I can't hang with you. Can't hang with you.
Are you kidding me? Oh, but YouTube already knew that attorney was on some BS. We are concerned that some of the information in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Please understand that YouTube receives a large amount of fraudulent copyright takedown results. And we take this abuse of that process very seriously. YouTube.
So Bespoke Post, they just send you
sent me the entire email chain of the correspondence that the YouTube team had with Fresh and Fit's attorney and that 7-cent paralegal. Guys, when I woke up to this shit here, boy, I was on this shit on my phone like, oh my God. A nigga was scrolling. I was like, oh my God. The email chain showed that the YouTube team knew that those 10 copyright strikes against me were fraudulent. YouTube gave Fresh and Fit 7 days to apologize and retract each one of those 10 fraudulent copyright strikes against me. You may be able to avoid termination if you retract your takedown request. They said, take it back. If you want to avoid termination of your channel, take this shit back.
Hey, and they took it back. They did the whole apology on all 10, and they took it back.
Take this bullshit back where it came from. YouTube warned Fresh and Fit that if they did not retract those fraudulent claims against me, their entire account would be terminated. They even explain how to do it. They're like, listen, paralegal, if you don't know how to do it, please reply to this email with, quote, I hereby retract my bullshit claim. They didn't say bullshit. Of copyright infringement, period. The YouTube team. So what happened? Well, the attorney apologized, retracted each one of those claims, and YouTube allowed their channel to stay up. Think about it. Fresh and Fit hired that $2 attorney to take my channel down, and now look at their situation. Look what they are in tears about today. Now, is this karma? What it's not is a time to celebrate. I have no ill will.
Nah, it's definitely karma. I wouldn't wish nothing like that in the world, but at the same time, that's like the GDP situation. If you just that type of butthole, yeah, I have no sympathy and remorse for you. I just don't. I don't, and that's my personal opinion. I don't. Like, most people just doing channels for, like, you know what? I'm doing channels for the fun of it. Some people's like, hey, I just want to do a channel, put my message out there. Some people do channels like, hey, I want to actually generally help other people. Some people are like, hey, I want a voice. Actually, some people are like, you know what? This is just therapy for me and it's fun. But the ones actually making a living out of this, I'm not going to go out my way and try to take down their channel. And they haven't done anything wrong. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But these guys done this consistently. And we saying these are good guys? They helping people? How? When you giving examples of what not to do. That's crazy. But then other people do it.
No bad blood with Fresh and Fit. I haven't talked about them on my channel in well over a year. I wish these brothers well. The reason that I'm making this video is to underscore the importance of what has just happened. Most of you don't make YouTube videos. Only a content creator can know the particular pain that you suffer when your channel is under attack.
Yeah,
last night on their channel, Fresh and Fit hosted what they termed an emergency meeting. We should not forget, though, that last year on my channel, I hosted an emergency meeting. Now, it did not start out that way. I had just turned on my camera and started talking about Fresh and Fit's $2 attorney's attack against me and my channel. But as I started explaining what was happening to me, other content creators started filing into the stream. Big dogs on the YouTube platform, some of the greatest. And we all started talking about how Fresh and Fit was attacking content creators on the platform, abusing YouTube's copyright system.
Left and
Who was
right.
there? Well, for one, Abba from Abba and Preach. And Abba was the one that initially sounded the alarm to what Fresh and Fit was doing. That you were really the one who kind of sounded the alarm on this. I guess individual content creators that were affected knew about it, but really no one else really knew about it. Talk to us a little bit about how all this started.
Yeah, so a couple other content creators got hit, but they didn't get the email that we got. What they got was instantaneous strike.
Then those strong young brothers from Playback Show.
Instantaneous strikes. Instantaneous strikes. Fresh and Fit was giving other content creators, the little guys and the big guys, instantaneous strikes. Think about it now. These are the type of people
showed up and they talked about what was going on. Can you tell us a little bit about your interaction with this situation, kind of where it started with you guys?
Yeah, so our previous system was we would just look at videos online, and if we saw something, we sent it in a group chat. One of the videos I came across was a video of Fresh specifically. Look, what felt like obviously lying about a story where an NBA player gave him. Can I swear on the show? Or,
yes.
NBA player gave him pussy. So I played I played 2 minutes of it to low.
I didn't know you were going there, but keep going.
It was a threesome with 3 girls and Fresh. Somehow the math didn't add up, but
threesome with 3 women and Fresh.
Anyway,
Okay.
I thought it was so funny. I played a couple minutes for low, and we were bawling. You're like, I was off my chair. We were having. It was one of our most fun recordings because it was just obviously fake. But anyway, we reacted to it. But they didn't like that. So at the time, this was before their channel had blown up. This is when they made a response to us, I believe.
Yeah, this is actually before they responded to Abba and Preach. So a lot of things that people got to witness around August, summertime with Abba and Preach, they had did that to us back in February.
Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan, over 1 million subscribers. He showed up and gave his opinion on the matter.
Take the good and the bad with it. And as a matter of fact, if you really are that upset, then debunk them, disprove them, react to their reaction.
Shout out to Jay. Jay said, what goes around, comes back around. Yeah. Karma. Couldn't say it better, Jay. Karma. And if you're a butthole and you're just not a good person and you're toxic and negative, it comes out. Now I know a lot of people like, I want these people to get got now. No, give it time. Give it time. That's like a perfect example with the when Dia was on here, we had a conversation about the whole situation. I didn't say anything about them. You just know what type of people they are. Let them be them. Let them be them. And they're gonna keep making mistakes, keep making mistakes. Honestly, I was hoping they'd learn from the lesson with this a year ago. They didn't. They kept doing it. Then they did a whole cry rant not so long ago before this one. That's literally what the whole him doing the monkey noise and stuff with that. He was this whole tyrant screaming and yelling on his platform, then screaming and yelling on Sneako's platform. Yeah, these guys have been talking about us for 2 years. These guys were talking. No, they're doing reactions to the stuff y'all saying because y'all saying a lot of lies and hypocrisies on your stuff. You're telling other men this is what you do to get the woman, and they're like, no, that's not true. That's not true. And then you're preaching an ideal that's based from a movie which I mind y'all guys that was built around that certain community and pushes a certain story out there. And they actually said that's what it is. Now you got other people looking at you like, hey, let me pull down a layer. So you guys hate women. You guys want to be something, but you're basing off a movie that's for something else. But the movie, what? It doesn't add up. So yeah, karma.
And do it that or that
and gave his opinion on the matter.
take the good and the bad with it. And as a matter of fact, if you really are that upset, then debunk them, disprove them, react to their reaction and do it that way. Shout out to my man Abba. He did a video about me. I did a video about the video y'all did, and it was all good. I ain't gonna strike you for what? Why would I do that? Like, it's criticism and it's fair and it's fine. Y'all do that. We do that with each other in the regular life. I think they're trying to control the narrative, and they're not able to do that in a broad sense. So it was like, all right, let's get a lawyer, take all the videos down, and do it that way. That's so soft to me. And they're gonna realize they can't do that. They can't abuse that system. And if they don't fix it, hey man, bye-bye channel.
The young G.
Yeah, we need to play that back for the small people in the back. The people in the back of the bus, the people in the back of the church. The ones in the back of the church. The ones always be looking to see how much money you put in collection plate, because they don't want you to look at them because they put in $5. They put in $1, you put in $5. They put in 10, you put in 5. Because this right here is a gem. This is a gem.
And as a matter of fact, if you really are that upset, then debunk them, disprove them, react to their reaction and do it that way. Shout out to my man Abba. He did a video about me. I did a video about the video y'all did, and it was all good. I ain't gonna strike you for what? Why would I do that? Like, it's criticism and it's fair and it's fine. Y'all do that. We do that with each other in the regular life. I think they're trying to control the narrative, and they're not able to do that in a broad sense. So it was like, all right, let's get a lawyer, take all the videos down, and do it that way. That's so soft to me. And they're gonna realize they can't do that. They can't abuse that system. And if they don't fix it, hey man, bye-bye channel.
The young G.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I give an example. I haven't reacted to it. I didn't think I needed to, but for example, the real Nathan Daly, he did a lot of reaction to it, but that's pretty much not his lane. But he was saying so much on his ear, and it was getting a buzz to him. Like, hey, the conversation between Pearly Things and that did with Nick Fuentes, he saw and he said, hey, my honest opinion, I don't believe Pearly is racist based on that interview that she gave to Nick Fuentes. I didn't really see the full video. Only the fact of I knew of her. I'm like, what? All right, let me go watch it. I watched it entirety thanks to Chaos Reigns, because Chaos Reigns actually had the whole full version of it. No editing, no nothing, because Pro had took it down. Because I'm thinking like, okay, well, Pro did what she did. She's going to keep the video up. I go check on her later. No. The moment that video up that Pro did of Nick Fuentes, the well-known white supremacist, and he said he's racist, she was like, she took it down. A lot of people didn't like her for it. But shout out to Chaos Reign. He had it, did a view of it. I watched it. Again, another content creator. No, I'm like, bro, that looked like the full thing. Do you have it? Yes. Emailed it to me. I reacted to the whole thing. I had to make a part 2 of it because it was so long. I watched it the first time by myself. Watched it again live. Did a part 2 of it because it was so much of it. Did a part 2 of it. Finished the whole thing out. And I was like, yep, I have a different opinion of it. Nathan Daly had a conversation on his end. Joined his panel for the conversation. At the end of it, hey, it's like, look, remember last time you had this talk about you believe that Pro is not racist based on the video. I saw the video. I find that she is. Would you like to have a debate or a conversation about it or discussion, because we can share information from there? He said, sure, no problem. It's been 2 months since Nathan Daly been ducking me. I haven't heard from Nathan Daly since. He's the king of debates out there. I'm still waiting for my debate over here in the DeGreyPillPodcast. Is Pro thing racist or not? Still haven't heard anything from him yet. But to be fair and the fair use, I can take his content, review the whole thing, like, look, let me critique him. Now, I know him to a more personal level. I don't think he'll like, hey, let me strike his channel. I don't believe he'll do that. But again, if you disagree with somebody, I disagree with Nathan on his channel, I really want to have him up here for the conversation. But hey, if he ducking and scared, little old me, the one who don't walk on water, I'm paddling on the water. I'm doggy paddling on the water. I can't walk on water like these other guys is. If he's scared of little old me, that's fine. But with that being said, you're obligated to react to the channel, critique a little bit, and then boom, take it from there. So there you go. And it's under the fair use guidelines.
Poor Man's podcast showed up and he gave his perspective.
If you build your brand and your marketing scheme is on controversy, how can you get mad when people react to the controversy? If you're marketing towards controversy, then we're giving you what you want when we react to it. Like, look at Lil Nas X. You know, he marketed using controversy. Cool. But he's okay with the kickback. He's built a strong enough audience so that when the kickback comes, he thrives from the controversy. But if you're going to build off controversy, then don't be upset when people respond to it via reaction videos. And it's just kind of upsetting because we're already in a spot where censorship is already bad. And they even talk about censorship on their show because they understand how bad it is. So then why would you then go and censor other people that are calling you out on obvious BS? If this was set up according to your marketing scheme, then you knew what was going to come with it. So why would you get upset? I just don't understand that.
Correct. Spencer Cornelia got on camera and talked about how his channel had got hit by Fresh and Fit.
Yo, I got to contact Abin. Actually, let me take it back. Jamari reached out to me about 2 weeks ago. They hit him with a copyright claim. He said, hey, just look out. You know, I'm not sure if they're doing it site-wide. I said, oh, man, I haven't been hit yet. Well, once I got hit, I hit him up. And then I sent a message to Abba. I was like, yo, FYI, this is happening. Like, has it happened to you guys? And then I guess you noticed Playback got it. And so that triggered you to make the video.
Even the late, great Kevin Samuels came up and talked about his views on people abusing the copyright system.
This isn't coming in as fair use. This is coming in as we don't like what people are saying, and this is that. And that's a dangerous game because even if you're right on the particular element of one or two videos, when it's done like this, you can tend to be wrong on the bigger parts. Like from what I understand, lots of creators woke up with several different strikes.
Right.
I think there's just a better way of approaching it. But I think it's going to be interesting because even though I have my personal opinions on it, I think there will be a discussion about this greater in YouTube. But at the end of the day, trying to get anybody's channel taken down simply because you don't like what they're saying, in my opinion, is counterproductive.
So many content creators.
I agree. May he rest in peace. And it wasn't just these guys' channels on there. It was a well over 20-something channels that Fresh and Fit was just looking up and just striking, just to be striking. And we don't even know if them other channels even came back up. That's the crazy part. We don't even know.
Creators came up in that meeting to talk about what Fresh and Fit was doing. And then there were even other content creators that were in the chat. The OG O'Shea Duke Jackson was in the chat commenting. Shout out to Sinful the P. Rest in peace. He was giving his perspective in the chat. My brother Pocket Watching with JT was there. Anton Daniels was in the chat. So many other YouTubers were in the chat as well, opining on this situation. Now, that was an emergency meeting. It was an emergency meeting about two young men who were attacking content creators across the platform. The upshot is that Fresh and Fit was trying to make content creators go through the same trauma last year that Fresh and Fit is going through today. Again, this is not good. We content creators are a particular group, and we can all be victims of demonetization. This is not a celebratory time. Now, is it fair? Is it karma? Put down in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you believe that the YouTube team made the correct call in demonetizing the Fresh and Fit channel.
You know what I also think too, as I'm thinking about it, because the way he keep phrasing it, maybe it's just because the lawyer him. I believe that when he keeps saying karma, I think it's like karma on the backlash of YouTube and how YouTube may be moving forward with this direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it karma particularly toward Fresh and Fit? Yes. But another part of karma is too us. It's always that one rotten apple out the bunch that will spoil it for everybody else. Like, they did so much, and it probably won't just be them, but again, other content creators actually spoken as like, yo, everybody collectively need to be careful what they say, how they do, just on a broader spectrum. Because if you carry yourself like this on other platforms outside in real life, claiming who you are, you say you are, and you come back and you're doing all this stuff on the media, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. So be very, very careful with that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, is the way he phrasing it like karma? Is it because of how YouTube will react to us, because based on what everybody else is doing, meaning Fresh and Fit. Shout out to brother said that's crazy. I never deep dove on past the content I came across, but wow, many they never heard the story of the HERES. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I said, this is all doing, like, for me, it's like the old pandemic and stuff, and you had time to digest that. But again, when I had the pleasure in engaging with you, good sir, you had the awareness of common sense, just like, 5 seconds, I already knew these guys wasn't it. Shout out to Pop Blanco, we said the same thing, and it got to the point to serious, like, they just kept going and going and going with, like, bro, like, it's like you're believing everything you say, and then you're trying to get other people. They literally was feeding on to men that was lost, young men that couldn't find their way, because some people get stuck on, like, online video games or the media. They have no direction to go. They still can have a family, which I still be arguing the fact, like, people always tell me the 2-family household is good. Okay, cool, but guess what? Them 2-family households could be both working. Even if the mother is at home, she could not be paying attention to her kid. But again, doesn't mean that they're not going to be stuck in the media, not be stuck in these little cultist ideas. Heck, we know a lot of 2-family households that they've been snatched up and being these runaway kids being cults, because these kids be like, oh, parents just don't understand. Got them. People on the streets be grooming kids. Media be grooming kids. Like, let's go ahead with that. Shout out to Classic. Classic says, are we pretending that chaos wasn't being a hypocrisy right there? Yeah. We not saying it. We not saying it. But there's some out there that is. Oh man, that was a good one. All right, we're gonna drop this last reaction. This is Myron and Preach. I messed up the name. Oh Lord, I dropped the ball. Preach on the left, Abba on the right, with his mouth wide open. The flash can come on in. This last reaction, and we'll let this end. But yeah,
I think creators are some of the dumbest people on the planet.
I think so too. Yeah, already dropping some gems. I think so too, sir. We just talked about them walking on water. You get 1K, they think they baby Jesus. They get the 2.5. They dictate rules like they're on God mode. So yeah, I think so too. I think so too. People, especially the ones I be seeing, giving too much personal information about themselves, personal experience by themselves. I don't even like the dumb question that somebody asked last time when they was on this platform, asking somebody about their business when that had nothing to do with the topic. Oh, the talk could be about why the chicken crossed the road. Then somebody at the left field be like, hey, so where are you from? What do you mean where I'm from? Oh, I'm just asking a question because your accent, so it sounds like you from New York or Texas somewhere. Why would I need to give you that type of information? Like, can we stay on the topic? See, you're being disingenuous. See, you're not being honest with me. If you can't tell me your age or tell me where the state you live in or give me some kind of basic information that's not relevant to topic, no. People be asking the silliest questions that has nothing to do with the conversation. Stay on conversation and stay out that chat. Stay out that chat. Hey, Corey, have a good one, man. We're about to wrap it up too. This is gonna be the last peel the onion from of Fresh and Fit, and then in the morning, I think I'll just do the reaction of the narcissistic guy that's labeled narcissistic, because I thought it was a good one. I thought it was a good one because I really want to do a deep dive on that, and then we'll pretty much do a breakdown in the morning of covering the one where it was a therapist and a guest where she was actually talking about the narcissistic family dynamics with the mother and the father and the parents or the guardians. So I thought that was a good one too. So, but definitely the guy in the morning. We'll definitely have that conversation. So appreciate you. Shout out to John B. They have their little back and forth. So brother said, I always thought all these guys were running personals like MC. Oh, you're a Midnight Club fan? I hope that stands for that, like MC. Oh, okay, like MC. Oh man, dropped the ball on that one too. MCs and commentators in the industry. Nah, these dudes believe their own. Yeah, they believe their own hype, man. They believe their own hype. I literally, like, no lie, brother John B. When I came over here, I literally thought, when I saw a lot of people, how they act and how they move, I was like, oh, this is like a video game. A lot of these people like characters on a video game, you know, because like if you come, most guys I know, the ones that serve in the army overseas, or the ones that's like, you know, work from home, or some people like, I got a relative that's pretty much work at an office desk. His boss like, yo, I want to make sure you up. So if you want to bring TVs, video games, whatever, you can stay over. He actually blame video games. So you have all these different spectrum of people across the world playing MMO games, virtual games, but they'll put in like an hour or two schedule around their life. And once they come on the game, that's who their persona is, right? If you are quote unquote the Mad Hatter, if you're quote unquote Destructor Doom, so you're that person, but you're playing the game, enjoying it, but you're saying a lot of the most silly antics, whatever. But nobody really takes you serious on video games. Nobody really take nobody serious. Like you can say the most foul things on a video game because like you are a creature or something, whatever it is. Nobody really take you that serious unless you trying to be serious. Because most guys like, yo, you trolling right now? I'm like, nah, man. Da, 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 da. Like really? Even on my gamer side, like I don't even take it myself. I think it's actually funny. The moment somebody start acting up, guess what I do on my end, brother Jumbie? I press record, turn their volume up, let them run their mouth. That's what I do, and then I get all that good little. Like, this is content gold. As soon as they done and I'm done with the mission or game or whatever it is, I'm done with the game. I unplug, I upload, edit, put a thumbnail. I put a thumbnail up and let it rock out. Then if they come over there, like it's a group. It was like 3 groups. It was so funny. One group of guys, they saw the content. They were just going in the comment section. I'm like, yes, excellent. I had another group of guys. They came in the comment section, but when they caught me online in the game, man, anytime I did a PvP or something, they was going hard. They was attacking me they didn't gave me no more. I said, dang, I can't get this mission out. I guess it'd be another day. But yeah, whole video game. Shout out to you, Empress Goddess Spiritual. She says, greetings, hosts at Grey Pill. Much love. The heart eyes emoji and respect to all the beloved family in the house. Appreciate you, Empress. Thank you for coming on through. Hope you hit the like button your way in. If you want to hang around for a few minutes, because we're going to give some the last reaction to this. So thank you. Oh, she says she'll check the replay out. All right. Hope you do. Let me know in the comment section what you think too, Empress. What you think? So I love everybody inputs in the comment section. So that helps out a lot. So I appreciate you. Not a fan of Destiny. But I have buddies that play it, so I go mess with them in the group PSN. I just listen to them just carry on, and that'd be it. But half the guys is real players. They don't even really conversate that much. They just chill until you say something off the cuff, and they just like, you stupid. Then they go back to playing. That's as far as it goes. But the real trolls, yeah.
You want to jeopardize your whole fucking degree? You want to jeopardize your career, everything you've built? Why? So you can be on TikTok for free. We are better than you, period. Today's topic.
Aggressive.
Next year, this time, we're going to lap you motherfuckers.
Few moments later.
The channel has been kicked off the YouTube Partner Program. Saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
Yeah, while we're still celebrating Fresh and Fit getting fucked over.
Are we celebrating?
Low key. I'm celebrating. I'm just doing a little 2-step in my room.
That's a little
Yeah. I drew a little Fresh and Fit sticker on the floor and I'd be dancing on it. Just like this. Oh, look at us, some high value men losing their shit. Here's why
One, I don't feel bad for Fresh and Fit. And two, why I think they deserve even worse.
Sure.
Absolutely. Everyone's like, oh, how dare you guys celebrate somebody being deplatformed, this and that. No, I celebrate people having consequences for their actions. That's what I celebrate. And I'm certainly.
Shout out to Ruby. She says, I think Abba's always at his editing best when he wants to demolish them. Yeah. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. When you have some pure gold content. I was watching Just Tree when she's doing a reaction to Pearly things, and she is entertaining as all get out. Man, she's entertaining. And she was she was actually conversating to Brittany Venti in the chat. She's like, Brittany, why'd you tell me this was like some content gold? Why'd you tell me there's some content gold? And Brittany was like, yeah, it is, but it's just boring. It's just annoying and boring. Like, it kills Brent. She's like, yeah, that's true too. Like, it just be some of the stuff like just so good. That's pretty much how O'Shea was on Pearly so much. Like, every time she opened her mouth, content. Every time she opened her mouth, content. Everybody's like, yo, is he hating? No, he's saying what he is. Yo, this is a business. I'm gonna get that content. Let's go. Pearly, a hypocrite, said, reaction channel's attacking me. Okay, but you are you're a reaction channel too. What's going on with that conversation? What's going on with that conversation? So, yeah. Plus, low key, Abba is petty. He admitted it, but yeah, I'm down for the petty too. You know, especially if petty for the good cause. Petty for the good cause. So, Abba Preach, Fresh and Fit can go bite one. Me all day. They can go bite one. They can definitely go bite one.
Really not gonna feel bad for somebody who tried to get a bunch of channels removed from the platform with their own copyright strikes.
Correct.
Did we all have short-term memory, or these guys knowingly hired a lawyer to put out all of these strikes on a bunch of different platforms?
Hey, $2 lawyer, sir. And it wasn't just you, wasn't just lead attorney, it was multiple people. If I had the time of day out my life, which I don't, I remember the number was like 32. Myron said this dude was so obsessed with people just saying stuff about him, he was looking up everybody's channel, just striking them, flagging them, striking them. Over 30-some people's channel just going in. So no, I don't have a short-term memory. Maybe the ones in the trenches have a short-term memory. Maybe the followers have a short-term memory. I don't. Which is another thing that's weird about selective spaces. Like, I'm trying to understand people's definition or tolerance of disrespect. Like, if I talk about you, it was one somebody said too. As a matter of fact, it was another one, Myron. If I make jokes about you, you think that's not disrespectful. But if I make jokes about your mother or your children, you think that's not disrespectful. But then if I be serious and call you out your name, whether you're male or female, that's disrespect. But then we come back, be friends a week later. Then I publicly, maliciously dox you multiple times over a week, over a month, over a year. And then y'all want to go back and be friends. I'm really trying to understand. Help me out with this one. What's the limit to this? Because disrespect is disrespect for the next person. You may not think disrespect, but then at the same time, I've seen where people, and I'm just speaking on the quote unquote business side, people literally would go out their way to disrespect somebody. And when that person finds they disrespect them or involve their children in situations, and then they feel like, oh, well, they shouldn't have a react to them. No, they have all right to react the way they want to react because they can't physically get to you. So the only thing they know how to do is, hey, I'm gonna fight fire with fire. But now, here's the problem that I have. Then we have those certain people that's okay. Well, I'm gonna clap back, justifiably so. So that means y'all gonna be friends the next week. Are y'all gonna be besties the next week? I personally can't. That's a whole nother problem I see with a lot of people. Like, yo, and some people don't even go that far. Like, yo, that's disrespect. Some people just take disrespect. Like, yo, if you just talk to me sideways when I came in good faith with you, and I use me and Brother Jumbie for example. Brother Jumbie come on my platform. He feel disrespected by me. He got already have a critique or criticism about me going about his business. But now if I see that and I go like extra with it for no reason, talk about him, how he look personally, talk about every personal attacks, I'm the bad guy. But I'm like me or my quote unquote supporters going around behind the bushes or face front up to John B like, yo, we should be friends. What? So I'm like, why would I be friends with this guy who disrespected me and talked about me like I was trash? Why would I do that? So I don't understand like how people do the things they do and be like, yo, we're friends. We're not friends. I don't know you. I don't know you, which is weird.
Knowing they were false. Knowing they were false. They didn't care. They wanted these channels deleted.
Yep.
Right? And what did they say at the time?
Everybody that was talking.
What did they say at the time?
What they say about the time?
They said actions have consequences. You want to talk shit, get hit.
The haters tried to kill us. Over 30 plus YouTube channels made videos like slandering our name, whatever it is. Now they're mad that there's consequences of actions, bro.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be able to run around and drag our name in the mud with, falsely without some kind of recourse, bro. Like that's just not the way the world works. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go behind the scenes, get the legal people to do it for us, and then they're gonna hit you guys where it really hurts your pockets.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the difference between the here now and the here then. He could have easily got a deal with some kind of Rogaine commercial, some hair plug commercial. He could have got an easy brand deal. I think the chick looking at his head too. She's not even looking at him. She's probably looking at the head. Look at that. That's 10 grand on top of his head right now.
Behind the scenes, get the legal people to do it for us, and then they're gonna hit you guys where it really hurts your pockets. Okay? You make a hit piece on us, we're gonna hit you back, but legally.
Can you ask why these clowns tried to take down Abba and Preach with fake DMCA strikes?
What? Basically, we have a lot of people that talk about us on the internet, and some of it is slander, some of it is defamation, and using our content in their videos. And we're like, okay, cool. We've waited out for a while for you to stop. You're still doing it. So, you know what? Cool. Now we're going to take legal action against you because obviously you're attacking our character and our integrity. So at that point, hey, it's all fair game.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Those are their words, right? They never apologized for any of that stuff. They never took it. Now they want to cry about free speech.
There is a matrix, man. Like, I mean,
look at that here. Look at that here.
We've talked about this with Andrew at length.
If anybody has a big
anybody brings up Andrew Tate name as a go-to positive source, you hold no credibility.
People don't want you guys to get this message.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what? Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays,
the free speech comment. Free speech only works in your own private home. Free speech works when you can have freedom of speech, but when you're if you're under somebody's house or umbrella, you just can't say what you want to say, just be saying it. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. And every message I'm hearing is nothing but hate, hate, hate. And especially as of the direction you're moving, is nothing but hate, hate, hate.
Free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing?
Excuse me? I didn't get their channel taken down. I'm just watching as karma comes back to bite you in the ass.
Me too.
That was your actions that you never took accountability for, and all of a sudden now you want to be some pariah for free speech. Listen, your whole channel could go up in flames, your building could go down. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. That's kind of like those ladies who go around like, hit me, and you get smacked in the face. I don't care. Go ahead.
If fuck around and found out was two morons, it'd be them.
That's it.
It's really that. It's funny. It's just funny how the people that have been crying about accountability the most.
Yeah.
And it hits you back. Man, they're saving the world. Yeah, they're saving probably some of y'all, and they help some of y'all, but they're also doing some bad.
They want to say it's about saving men, right?
Yeah, I guess he's talking about that 20%. He talking about that 20%.
The platform's about saving. What is having that little coke head of yours?
Look at there. You got the well-known white supremacist racist. You got the other chick right here, racist herself, white privilege, and it's not even a black white issue. Just this is what she is. 26-year-old going on 27. Last relationship had was like 3 years ago, and the last relationship she had was an overweight, obese male that happened to be black. Make that make sense. And then the only reason she got with it, and she stayed with the dude after she found out he had catfished her. She was dating a catfish for years. She met the guy, he was a catfish, and he got kids, and it wasn't by her, and she still got with him. She stayed. But she's on her own platform talking about telling other women how to be wives, how to be better women, how to be better wives. Literally gurgitating the talking points of these guys at the bottom: Sneeko, Rolo Tomasi, Myron, MLD, all these other guys. Come on. If you in the same little clique, what they say, birds of a feather flock together. This is a perfect example right here what flying monkeys look like. Perfect example of what flying monkeys look like. All hypocrites. All hypocrites. This dude, like in his early 20s, according to him, virgin. And there's rumors, all rumors about him, but we ain't gonna get on him right now. We're not gonna get on him. The hypocrisy, man.
Come on, just to ramble about flat earth and other dumb shit have to do with saving men. What does Nick Fuentes coming on talking about Jews saying the N-word a bunch of times and chopping it up with a white?
Hey, what's going on? Class Rube said lace fronts. That's funny. But that's probably not because of his multiple plug surgeries. I think he's pretty clear that's a man with I don't know. That looks some pretty good work. I'll debate you on that one. That looks some pretty good work on that one, Ruby. Shout out to Sincere, said Great Pill Podcast was strong 100%. When did this show happen? The show of Abram Preach. This happened like less than a week. Yeah, that's what you're asking. Happened like a couple days. I know you don't frequent over there in their end, but it happened like a couple days. They did their so-called emergency meeting that their channel got demonetized, and then everybody started reacting to it. I think I saw it like that late night when I came home from work in the midday, and I was going to react to it, but I was like, hey, let me just get a thumbnail ready and go to bed. And then, it was a day ago? Okay. Thank you, Ruby. Like a day ago. There you go. So when I saw it that night, I was thinking of doing a reaction to it from work when I got home, but I was so burnt out tired. I was like, let me just do a thumbnail and move on. Then I saw Abram Preach was the first one to do a reaction to it because it came up on my end like around 1 o'clock on my end late that night. And I watched it and I cracked up laughing. Like I bawled out laughing. Then down the line, everybody started doing reactions of it. O'Shea, Lee did his, which I thought was a good job, was his, but he did it very political. Very, very good job. And I was like, okay, everybody doing the homework for me, so let's go. So I appreciate him. And then when I did my reaction of it, other guys came on, had the conversation. One in particular was like, hey, he is a different conversation, but yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. What else to think about? I'm thinking business, Sincere. I'm sorry. My content creator brain is on. If you get a chance, if you ever do some like open panels, email me in advance notice, like during the week, and I'd love to jump on just for a conversation. But keep doing good. It's not no pressure. Just keep doing your stuff. Like you doing the whole podcasting thing. I love it. I'm still seeing like the number. It's like I said, just keep doing what you're doing. If you feel like you want to bring people up, no pressure. Bring them up. If you don't, no pressure. Keep doing you. Just Like I said, I saw the last conversation with TC on. I don't know if I timestamped what she said, but whatever TC was saying to you, and I'm not going to repeat it, but that's an echo chamber you need to take in your brain and your heart and move with that. So, yeah, but you're doing the Lord's work, Sincere. You're doing the Lord's work. Sincere says, I didn't know that Pearl and Nasi had another show. I don't think they have another one. Nothing came up I seen, but this is one where this is where what happened was when she did the interview with Nick, and then after down the line, he went down the pipeline. Other people's platforming him. So, and then Myron jumped on the Abram Priest train where he did his racist comments. Then he like shut off YouTube, then went and was still streaming on Rumble. Then from there, then everybody went to the Get Along game, went over to Sneeko's house. He supposed to be a Muslim, but he haram is all get out. Did the just all types of nonsense. So these three, the Coke boy on the left, Sneeko, the fake Muslim, and then Myron, all they did is talk about him. And then let me scroll back. And then so they did a stream with Nick Fuentes, and then Pearly jumped on. And then they was even doing the High Hitler stuff, right? And you knew this is when you know you wrong. As soon as they was doing it, like the High Hitler and racist comment, Pearl just like slowly just started darting off to the right to get out of camera frame. Just darting off to the right. Like you knew you was wrong. You knew you was wrong. But yeah. But she cries a lot on Twitter. On her Twitter feed is crazy. All she do is cries and say some most outlandish stuff, and she just dipped. Cluster said, yeah, they did a different one day a few days ago. And she did a few on her end. But the 1 year viewing came out on just yeah, we're right on track. Yeah, because it was just it was circling everywhere. Like you just throw up their names, it comes up, or just type in all three of the names together, it'll come up. Because this is where they are Rumble on Sneeko's end. Because it's not only YouTube. I know a lot of people stay on YouTube, but everybody, these two guys right here, Sneeko was canceled for doing a lot of outlandish stuff. The guy in the middle, so he was deplatformed off of YouTube. So he had nowhere else to go. So he went to Rumble to make his bread and butter. So he's literally living off media. That's how he's making his money, off media. No job, no 401k, just media. Then you got the weird one on the left. Everybody call him Zerker. His name is, he go by Zerker, but everybody call him the Coke boy. So he's been in media, piggybacking and coattailing off these other guys. So that's how he getting his number and the views just for a lot of collaborations. You know how like them hot chicks do on them panels. Sincere, they'll do their channel, instantly get 1,000. Panel hop on everybody else's, get all that clout and traffic, then go back to their panel, then get all that stuff. That's pretty much he's doing. He's pretty much a male version of a 304 IG thought. And then you got Myron. This is pretty much he was over here in Rumble doing all this stuff from there. So that's how that goes.
Come on, just to ramble about flat Earth and other dumb shit have to do with saving men.
That's another one. I didn't know that too. He has a conspiracy channel, and he was talking about flat Earth. This is Myron. I did not know that. If I know that from the beginning, before I even watched any of his content, I was like, yeah, this is a L. Anybody focuses on flat Earth the way they do, you can't trust none of these guys or women. You believe in flat Earth, you out.
What is Nick Fuentes coming on talking about Jews saying the N-word a bunch of times and, chopping it up with a white supremacist have to do with saving men?
Everybody's always talking about like education and stuff, and they say, well, the reason that the blacks and Hispanics aren't performing so well is because the schools aren't funded, the schools aren't good.
There's not one reason, I don't think.
I think there is. And the reason is that when you look at IQ tests, blacks score one full standard deviation lower than whites, and IQ is an 8.
Do you think that it is like, are you talking about like a nature versus nurture argument here?
Yeah, I'm saying it's genetic.
So you believe that black people are inherently dumber?
I'm saying on average.
You should have stayed in your lane. And because you didn't stay in your lane and you wanted to walk together with people who are on no-fly lists and banned from every other planet, okay, you ended up taking a big L. Associate whoever you want, but don't be mad if other people don't want to associate with you afterwards, i.e. YouTube doesn't want anything to do with you. They banned that guy for a reason, and you want to bring him on and cozy him up, having saying the N-word to a bunch of black women?
That's your choice. You're free to do whatever you want. Free speech. Don't mean that people got to associate with you. Don't mean that people got to pay you to do that dumb shit. What brand, okay? Forget brand. You got a job, okay? You work at an office. Do you honestly think you could keep your job if after hours you got videos of you publicly, proudly walking around doing the salute, right? With known white supremacists. And then you...
No, and which I've been saying this for the longest. No. Even when Facebook was big, people was telling people like, yo, be careful what you say on Facebook because your job might see this. Your business might see this. And you will literally get fired for stuff you say on Facebook. So now we acting like we giving this whole freedom of speech conversation because of YouTube. This been going on before YouTube. People literally was acting the fool on Facebook and losing their jobs. What they film, what they video, what they say, what they do, like people literally losing their jobs. Come on.
You want to come into work, Pikachu face, you're fired. And you want me to feel bad. Come on, cuz. I could understand that some off-work behavior shouldn't affect your job, okay? I could understand to a degree. Doing the salute with white, talking about how black people are inferior, dumb IQ, whatever it is.
Hey, and preach, I guarantee your wife is probably ugly. I said it.
Yo,
you gave her a ring pop and you licked her at your fucking wedding.
We should fly her up, bro.
Weirdo.
Hey, yo, we should fly her up.
Yo, this is another thing too. When I say digital footprints and just the content level of it, if you are a content creator and you have a spouse, significant other, some family, stuff like that, if they did not ask for this, don't even encourage them to do this because this is your ball. This is your game you playing. This is something you invest in. They didn't ask for this because what happened is they might not have the same mental mindset as you. Like, don't involve other people in your situation. Even to the married people out there, like, yo, I'm a content creator. If it's not about that niche, they're not bringing or showing the significant other on here. And perfect example for Preach, the guy on the left. He does a lot of stuff out there in the media. His wife is not plastered on his Instagram or YouTube or stuff that he barely even talk about it. He might have the conversation with around the topic and conversation. Like we explained to a young lady last night, like, yo, is this the conversation? No. So don't ask other people about their personal business. Digital footprints is a real thing. They choosing not to even give out the information. Like, stop it. Which I find it very weird. And yeah, sincere, he is a piece of crap. Shout out to Jay. Jay says on genetic talk, straight nonsense. Yeah, it was weird. That's all he focused on. That's all he focused on. But he'll sleep with them though, but he won't marry him. Lily slavery talk. The master talk. That's all it is. Hey, shout out to you, lady. I appreciate you.
There's a lot of people that are talking about, oh yeah, you know what? They've been doing good. You know, there's food that has a lot of protein, like let's take chicken breast.
Yes,
it's good for your health.
Gotcha.
All right, and you should have that. And you know, it's great if you want to have nutriments and if you're training and everything and stuff. But if I take a whole dookie in it, it's chicken breast and dookie. Okay, there's a lot of bad. There's some good in there. There's some. If you move around the dookie, there's some chicken breast somewhere. Still doo-doo. Not eating that. So
now with that example, how we finding 20% out of that? If I got me a nice salad and somebody, yo, I spit in your food, I can't take it. If I did something nasty and toxic, I can't. I can't.
I serve you a plate of Parmesan dookie chicken breast and claiming, yo, there's some chicken breast in there, you're not gonna eat it.
Shout out to
the same thing.
Dookie chicken
That's
breast.
their channel. There's some good in there. There's a whole lot of dookie. I don't even understand why some
I can't
of y'all
stick
like,
my hand in all that.
They did good in this. You don't even see the bad. You want to You want to toss the bat out. The bat was there. The salute?
Hey man, like I said, you played yourself.
Yeah.
You were puffing your chest.
Congratulations.
You were puffing your chest loud and proud. Talk about I'm on Rumble. I'll do whatever I want. YouTube said word. Okay, well you can go be on Rumble full time, and now you want to cry.
Facts.
I want. YouTube said word. Okay, well you can go be on Rumble full time, and now you want to cry. Saving children, that was great. But saving y'all was get the fuck out of here. Take all your shit, pack your bags, grab your little plaque. Congratulations on hitting 1 million. Good luck on hitting 2. Okay. All you men crying in the comment section, y'all would not show even 1 ounce of grace to a woman being accused of doing half the shit that this man did. You would have dunked on her, being like,
Western women refuse to take fucking accountability.
Actions have consequences. Welcome to a man's world, and y'all defended him to high water. It just turns out that all these red pill losers, right, are going to simp just as hard for men if they idolize them. Y'all notice we didn't cover them for a little while? Why? Why do you think I didn't cover these people for a long time?
Not to be associated.
Let them go make their mistakes.
Yep.
You know, the idea that all press is good press is a lie.
Yep.
I'm gonna even tell you guys, all these like beefs and dramas, now that we're like around 1 to 2 million.
Yep. Thank you. Perfect example. I'll use Ruby's channel on I'll Be That News. They talk about politics and some news, current events. I'll be over there. I'll be over there. If it's a conversation, I'm hopping up. If it's all about the fool la la, I'm barely in the chat. I'm watching, I'm barely in the chat. Because people be watching how you move. And I'm not talking about a personal level. I'm talking about outside YouTube watching, outside people's watching. The same example for Facebook. When people was all gung-ho about Facebook, you were saying, doing, recording all the most craziest things. And guess what happened? People losing their job. They'll pull you in that office like, hey, what you saying and what you doing? Think about it. But we want to sit there and cry freedom of speech and accountability, but you're doing the most. Shout out to Jay, the informant. Just like Steven from the Django, fresh and fit, love the YouTube big. I agree. Sincere. What's the some good? I mean, they will always be tainted. Yeah. I don't want to digest that. It's too much. It's not good in my stomach.
Subscribers, it's not something that you necessarily want to be in all the time. Why? Because YouTube just doesn't like this shit. And honestly, it's not that important to my platform in order to get you guys what y'all need. So why would I jeopardize everything I'm working on, the money for my family, the money for my people, for my initiatives, for my community? Why would I jeopardize that so I could argue with 2 reasons? And this is what I'm saying. I think creators are some of the dumbest people on the planet.
Yes, sir.
They're not dumb, okay? They're so ego-driven, right? That they think they're untouched. Not dumb, okay? They're so ego-driven.
Hey, one more time.
Right? People on the planet. And if they're not dumb, okay, they're so ego-driven.
Yes.
Right? That they think they're untouchable.
Yes.
And I'm like, nigga, you're on somebody else's platform. You don't have any equity in this thing. You have no rights in this thing. They can literally delete you anytime they want.
Yes.
What do you have to base your ego off of? That's why I be telling folks this shit could get deleted at any point. If it does, I'm just walking. I have no power when it comes to this platform.
Most Americans have been kept.
And we're gonna leave that gem there. He's 100% right. He is 100% right. What you say and do affects everything. How you carry yourself affects everything. Isn't that what they say in these relationships? If you are a wife or a girlfriend, a fiance, what you do outside the streets is a reflection of your relationship with who you with. Same thing with a husband. Isn't that what they say that too? If you're a leader, how you carry yourself. Somebody mentioned about stoics and all that stuff. So yeah, same thing, your work environment. Everything you say and do, wherever you go, is a reflection of who you are. That's it. So Personally, I can care less about Fresh and Fit. I never did from the beginning. When I saw a lot of stuff they did, I didn't care about the relationship part of it because nothing they said could have taught real men anything. You know, you actually have everything was anecdotal. Everything was anecdotal. So you had a lot of people that's professionals in this circle that actually have real conversations about it, but people don't want to reach out to them. They'd rather just reach out to random people on the internet saying the most random stuff. And then they were like, oh yeah, this is facts. This is fact. And that it may be to you for a moment, but it's not 100% true. Like, we got to stop speaking these absolutes. We got to stop speaking these absolutes. If you yourself can't come with those solutions, if your only solution is to regurgitate what somebody else said, and it's not your own thought, you are problematic. You are problematic. Shout out to Unclassified because they are using the imagination. All those days, they imagine. Let's put in the caps. What is it like for the cool kids? That's what runs their decision now. Left my butt up. Yeah, in the Sandlot, just still playing that Sandlot. That's what they mindset at. Still playing the Sandlot. Still playing in the Sandlot.
Ignorance is bliss.
That part. So I'll catch our guys later. I hope you have a good one. May just be doing the reaction in the morning about the diagnosed male narcissist. I thought it was an interesting one. I've been thinking about doing that for a while. So definitely hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the all bell notification so you can get updated on any and everything on the Great Pill Podcast. So I will check your guys later.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.